What is good, team? What is good, team? Good morning to everybody. Please let me know that you can hear my voice by typing those A's in the chat. What is going on, team? What is going on? Good morning to everyone. Good morning. Oh my goodness. So Baronson's saying good morning, team. VIRI and FNGR, please, of course. We're going to definitely take a look at that. Let's see. Off-Grid Gorilla, how you doing, my brother? Saying happy Monday all at Arca. Let's see. Can we look at TEL? I found a trade and let's see. You found a trade on it and you went long this AM, so it looks good, but would like to see, dude, of course, not a problem, my brother. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. We're going to go ahead and start it off with TEL, everybody. Let me just make sure of one thing too, right? So we have to keep an eye on our broader markets just in case anything weird is happening. So, yeah, actually, it looks like we're recovering. That's what it looks like. Oh, man, not bad at all for the broader markets to show some strength, right? Could we have started a bull cycle? I don't think we're far away from it. I don't think we're far away from a potential bull cycle here, team. I think it's looking very promising. That's what it's looking like. You know, tickers like NVIDIA already have experienced their all-time high, and several other tickers can be on that path soon enough, right? So please let me know that you can see the screen. Please let me know that you could see the SPY, the TQQQ, APAMC, you know, GTII and all that good stuff. Man, GTII pushing that 97 cents. We have some blood on the markets, team. And remember, please remember, I'm not sure if I actually have told, man, I get my, what is it called? I get my master students a little confused sometimes, right? And the reason why I'm saying this is because I spoke to them saying that while the broader markets experience green, then microcaps and small caps may experience some pressures to the downside while that happens, right? So as I was expecting this to happen, especially for ticker symbol VIRI. I'm sorry that I gave a little bit of frustration in my video, right? It was just so unfortunate that we got that downside on Friday, that huge overreaction, right? And okay, so I mean, today what? We're already seeing 250 today, and that may have been early in the AM. So interesting pullback coming in on that, man. Oh, we're gonna have to take a look at what's going on with the play and find out what the real deal here is, right? But at least we have FNGR pushing about 3.8% up on the day, right? So that's not bad. At least one of those. So no, actually, it's showing minus 7.3% up on the day. Well, cool. Yeah, cool. Yeah, we have some stuff to take a look at, team. So let's go ahead and get this started with ticker symbol TELL. But let me just make sure that everybody is here. Lock up. Mahalo to you, my friend. Thank you so much for coming on by. So Off-Grid Gorilla, saying that looks good. And thanks as always. Not a problem, my brother. Of course, we can definitely take a look at this and find out what the deal is, right? So of course, like always, team, let's just pull up the daily time frame and see what the potentials are for this ticker, right? Let's see what the behavior is looking like. Huge reaccumulation bull right here. Nice. Okay, and let's see. So TEL definitely has a large trading history, which is always good. So 154 on the tick. Let's find out what's going down here on the 5-day or weekly. Actually, I want to see the entire behavior on it. I know we've covered this. I think we've covered this before, at least. I'm not entirely sure if we've actually seen this. There's a slight. Let me see this. I can't hold on just a sec. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now. I just want to make sure that I am looking at this the correct way. Could it be? Yeah. Yeah. Very, very hard to see that actually, but I think we are building this. A reaccumulation wedge, a right-angled broadening descending wedge. So that's wow. I don't see too many of these here, right? But and they do present a bullish case when they are realized, right? So I mean, it's really actually rare to see this. I don't see this very often. The last time I saw this formation happen was actually on the SPY, and that was while we were capitulating, right? It had a huge ebb and flow, but I mean, of course, the bottom side of it was very aggressive, just like this here actually. So and this one too, huge fake outs to the downside too. Let's go ahead and find out if this thing is actually reaccumulating here, because there is not bad signs happening for this ticker. So let's see what Sebastian, I'm sorry I missed you. Let's see. Out of oh man, what the heck is what is the real deal here? No wonder I can't see. Man, I'm having trouble looking at this, and I'm like, what is going on? Where, like, it's because the damn glasses aren't here, team. What's going on? Anyway, let's see how we can survive through this. If not, team, give me. We're gonna ask for about 2 minutes here so I can go grab my glasses upstairs. But damn, I'm like, why am I having trouble seeing this formation? I'm like, I'm usually pretty fast at this, right? Who the hell hired this guy right here, man? Can't even see, right? Jeez. So anyway, oh man. Anyway, yeah. So what I meant by, are we actually in an opportunity here? Because it's looking like we're starting to get a macro pivot. Please take a look at the monthly time frame right here. We're actually diminishing massive bear pressure here. We're getting all these red candles to minimize that pressure to the downside. Look at volatility versus momentum too. We're starting to get that upside here on stochastics. I know this is not fully critical, but it's still, I mean, within the 80 percentile, that's not bad. And it looks like we're about to start expanding once again, right? We're starting to get that that indication here. So it is kind of a macro time frame. So this is it's not bad. Not bad whatsoever. Okay, so I know you're looking at the shorter time frames too, but I wanna also evaluate this, because this could be set up for a macro reversal here. And I think that this the floor may have already been found at about that 93 just a few months ago, right? So let's continue on the analysis and see if we can figure out a reason as to why this thing would continue to the upside, right? Other than potential news outlets and stuff like that, which, by the way, I'm not seeing anything recent as of today or just last week, right? So we're facing an immediate resistance right now from the EMA 9, which is a very powerful moving average to consider in the larger time frames. So monthly time frame, EMA 9 playing that resistance. Let's get rid of the moving averages right now and see if we have the Gaussian channel coming in with any type of resistance, right? So let me just load that up. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. See what I mean? What's going on with this guy here, man? Can't see nothing. Jeez. Anyway, so let me pull up the 3-day time frame. Okay, this is a very critical time for the 3-day time frame, team. 1 day, 5 hours to close this candle iteration. But what I can see is that we're officially in the mark and actually breaking inside of the Gaussian band here, team. So this is, yes, in fact, it is looking pretty damn bullish, and there could be, oh man, okay. So 3-day time frame is already showing that there is expansion happening with an upside pivot on stochastics. This is more than a few days bullish, actually, team. So let me pull up the bi-daily time frame. Okay, increasing volatility. There is increasing volatility all the way up to the major time frames. So there could be another cycle starting right here, because I can see the daily starting to pivot towards the, I mean, this is what I mean. Look, let me just show you really, really closely here. And I want to also make sure that my blind ass is also seeing this, right? So yeah, go ahead and notice that we have a kink here on stochastic momentum. And we're also starting to potentially curve around to reclaim the inside of the moving average of the volatility. So this means that the 30-minute time frame could be showing us a reloading zone or already pivoted towards the upside for the daily to start feeling this pressure here. So let's see, well, first of all, the 4-hour, let's get that upside, right? Yep, 4-hour time frame, we have that upside recovery. Decreasing volatility, moving average still showing that there's an increase of volatility, right? So not bad there. Okay, yeah, the FNGR looking like it's ready to run too. I know, man, I agree. Check this out, 4-hour time frame looking like we have that RSI bullish cross upside of the SMA 14 into the bullish control zone here, the bull strength percentile to be particular. And also check this out, 23, I'd say, yeah, 23% ADX with DMI support for this move on volatility. So not bad. This is still considered on the 4-hour time frame. This is still considered a statistical move paired with a decrease in volatility here. So this is still part of that iteration. It has not invalidated, and in fact now it's showing that upside. So it's very curious for us to see that. Bi-hourly time frame, very convincing upside here. We're starting to get that. Look at this. Look at this. Bi-hourly MACD cross starting to happen right now. Upside of the SMA 14 looking good. Off-grid gorilla, good call on this, my dude. Increasing volatility. We're about to enter the critical zone here with an upside pivot. This is ready, team. The 4-hour time frame has already reacted to that bi-hourly time frame, and you know that my minimum requirement is the 4-hour time frame to show an upside pivot here, and it's very clear that the bi-hourly and the hourly have those upside pivots. Check it out. Hourly time frame reaching from critical volatility here all the way to maxed out volatility in expansion, and this is still about to curve that moving average towards the upside. We have the EMA 3 inside of the bullish control zone. Yes, this is very likely to continue on to the upside, my brother. Good job in selecting this play. I know that you know what you're doing, my dude, so you have a very keen eye for your trade. I really love it. Okay, so also here, check it out. This is the opportunity that I was talking about. 30-minute time frame, slight drawback, slight drawdown suggestion here, but overall, this is set to continue to the upside. And if we have an immediate short-term downside, we can always determine where that pullback can be, right? So I don't look at the Gaussian band. Don't look at the Gaussian band here, because that's something that you should be looking at only on the upper time frames, 8 hours and above. Okay, so I can see why the pressure is coming down. Okay, first of all, we're about to make a silver cross. Let me get the moving averages to be a little more controlled here. I don't like there to be too much of this saturation of moving averages and all that good stuff, right? So let me just do this real fast. Let's get rid of the EMA 7, EMA 9 for now. Okay, and let me see this real quick. Okay, so 30-minute time frame, SMA 50 and SMA 200 are starting to converge here. Okay, so that we're getting this very tight price action here. So that means that if TEL continues on to the upside, we're going to start cascading all of the golden crosses starting from immediate short-term time frame. So let me go ahead and get rid of those for now and take a look at the man. Okay, here we go. This is happening on the 30-minute time frame, team. We're about to cascade the silver cross starting from here. We're catching it first. I'm not even sure if you were paying attention to this. Let's see, who was it? Off-grid gorilla. I wasn't sure if you were paying attention to this, but we're about to cascade. So look at this, 15-minute time frame silver cross upside pivot. We're about to get the 30-minute silver cross here, which would essentially pressure the hourly and the bi-hourly too, right? So look at this, man. Actually, the bi-hourly already has it. Let's go back. Oh man, is this really that bullish? No way. Goodness gracious, this is moving faster than I thought, team. This is very, very, very unique, and I do think that we still have a very important opportunity here with this one, and we may have already caught the bottom. Check it out. The moving average already got tested in the 12-hour for us to continue and potentially get this daily golden cross within probably, I say, Wednesday maybe. Or even Tuesday. This is coming up and it's looking massively bullish. The retest that we faced today was in fact the validation of this potential happening, right? So let's see the 8-hour. Do we already have that cross there? Man, it just happened on the 8-hour. We came back and validated the 8-hour golden cross. Okay, yeah, this is set to continue on to the upside. Off-grid gorilla, thank you so much for your donation, my friend. Really, really, really thank you so much for that. But I am overall bullish this asset. And I do believe that this, now that it has claimed the SMA 50 on an 8-hour time frame, and the fact that we have claimed the SMA 50 on a 12-hour time frame and are already preparing the 12-hour for its golden cross, this is massive, and I do expect this to continue to the upside for even days to come. Let's see this daily time frame resistance naturally coming in at about 180. Let's go ahead and put a target on that, right? 180 to the top side range of this area here, 174. So from, man, and you're already in the green, right? So I would say another 14% to maybe almost 19% before a pullback, right? And the pullback would actually come back to validate this zone here as a support. So 163 could be that re-entry here. So if I were particularly trading this, similar to your position here, right? So I would already simulate, I'm sorry, I would already assume that we're going to be taking a breather here at about 19% or slightly under that, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just remove this, right? I'm just going to remove the risk here, or whatever. I mean, whatever. I'm just going to diminish or liquidate position here, re-enter long at about 160 to 162. Even if you were aggressive, right, you can actually open short this position here for a potential 10% inverse play, and then get that long position yet again and continue onwards. You can really create a serious game out of this one, brother. And you have the volatility already in play too. Let's go ahead and just take a look at the screener here and see what that see what that ATR is looking like, right? So I'm very curious to see if there's actually something happening. There's massive upside happening for days here. So let's pull that up real fast and type in here ticker symbol TELL, see what it's got for us. Okay, so where are you? Let's pull this up just ever so slightly so we can see what's going down. Okay, let's see. Here it is, ticker symbol TELL. All right, yeah, man. Oof, $1.53 target. I'm sorry, valuation right now. We have almost 8% ATR. This is, 8%, 8 cent. That's kind of big, right? It's increasing. So if we were to put just an, where did it open on the day though? So it opened up at about, let's see, 143. Joash, Arca, you're killing it today, my dude. That's what I want to hear, my bro. Yes, definitely want to hear that. Today we definitely have some blood on the streets. So team, if inverse plays can work right now, long plays can also work on tickers like FNGR2, right? But hold on. So let's see. So how much is that? Oh, we're just upside of the we're at 9 cents already. We're about 1 cent above the average true range right now. So that is not bad. That is not bad. It's only well, yeah, we can see the pullback happening, right? So that's good. Just know that you're already around that area that the average true range suggests, right? So you're looking at about 8 cents. This already has moved to the present value, to the, already to that 9 cent, and we were up about 50. Yeah, man, there was about a 12 cent already increase on this. That's not bad at all, man. I'm not saying that this is gonna stop here. In fact, I am saying that this is pulling back because of the average true range already being met. Also because we're facing resistances from likely some moving averages on the shorter time frame somewhere, right? So we have a lot of things out of the visibility here, but we can always see what could be happening, right? So if we are using some moving averages as resistance, we can only assume that we're going to use them in the future as resistance too. In fact, we blew by them. This looks like we can retrace to temporarily maybe about 150, right about that time on the hourly time frame, retrace to the area of, I would say, 150 to 149 to 150. Validate the SMA 50 on the hourly. Let's see how far it is on the bi-hourly or the 30-minute. Man, this is looking more like it. 30-minute gap found right over here. This is highly likely an area that we can find as a bounce, and it's suggesting the same thing as the hourly. So let's see. Confluence is coming in, team. I do think that if it doesn't make that 149, this is upward bound anyway. Very good call, my brother. Very, very good call. We're still getting a significant upside pivot on several time frames. I'm a fan of this play, and I do believe that there could be an opportunity here even leading into Wednesday, maybe even the end of the week, actually. So this is set to continue to the upside pretty nicely. Stick Vicious, my bro, coming in with a nice dono, dude. Thank you very much for that. So you're saying with your nice donation at Battle, I thought you mentioned that you were gonna they were gonna be making chicken quesadillas for everybody this morning. My dude, I really wish that I was actually printing those chicken quesadillas, man. But it's looking that we're getting some red in the markets, right? So, oh my goodness, man. Thank you so much. So Arca, YouTube maxed me out at 2,500 this month. No, my brother, dude, please. You being here is enough of a donation for me, my brother. I appreciate you so much for thinking of me like that, dude. Of course, right? So no, please keep the capital. Make sure that we can get some nice plays in there, right? And we'll always continue looking at them, right? And finding the new probabilities here. As long as you're in the green, dude, I am happy. Okay, that is great. I'm happy that you are making some gains in the market today. Let's see if we can continue that consistency throughout the week, though. Right? We're about to face some turbulent times. Okay, I mean the markets overall, team. This is ridiculous, right? This is massive. I can't believe that we're still going towards the upside. This is feeling like a blow off top. Right, so I'm not trying to be overly bearish here. I'm just feeling like this needs a little bit of a break so that we can come back and reaccumulate here for a continuation to the upside. This is macro bull, team, right? So this is why I'm saying, have we entered a bull cycle here? Are we getting faked out? I mean, we're breaking all kinds of weird formations, right? So the blue chips are breaking like rising wedges. Like, we're doing all of the most unheard of things right now. Okay, so AMC potentially finding that bottom side of the support on the daily time frame. SMA 14 coming through right now. This could be a potential floor. That or about 426 could be another retracement before a continuation to the upside. Okay, GTI, man, 96 cents. That is aggressive, team. I'm not exactly sure what could be happening with this ticker. Did I release a video by that any chance? I'm not sure, but go ahead and take a look at the buy daily time frame. SMA 10 coming up right now aggressively. That could be our support touch right here, 93.47. Also, take a look at your buy daily RSI. We could be finding that support right now. So yeah, team, I could see, right? I mean, anything can be invalidated in the markets, team, but I could see the asset bouncing from the SMA 10 buy daily time frame. Okay, keep an eye on that. Yeah, same situation here with the ticker symbol APE. We could bounce off that SMA 10 at 182, which means that there could be a pullback happening in the broader markets fairly soon. Okay, SPY is already getting it, actually. So 451.36. When was that? Was that just recently or now? Yeah, man, that was actually just the Friday that we passed, right? So we're currently I mean, 4 hours and 14 minutes is quite a ways away, but daily time frame bullish engulfing would be an indication for a continuation to the upside. You got to be kidding me, man. If that really is the case, geez, that's going to apply a lot of pressure on the micro caps here, team. But what I am noticing here too is that this man, the micro caps may face some serious pressures here. Okay, team. And I really do mean that when we do get some type of bullish a bull cycle started. The reason why I say this is specifically for the OTC markets, right? So that is going to be swarmed by sharks, okay, team? So if you are looking at the OTC markets during a bull cycle, or at least during the capitulation of the dollar index, the Dixie, which, by the way, we can just make sure that it is falling, right? Let's go ahead and see that it is actually facing pressures for risk assets, right? So let's go ahead and see if the DXY right over here. Yeah, so the DXY showing massive weakness, right? So this is likely to be the pressures that we're finding on the OTC realm, as well, as they do tend to have an inverse correlation to the broader markets. They will rise with the broader markets, but the thing is that when we're in a bull cycle, the short sellers swarm the waters of the OTCs, because that means that all these OTCs with that pressure to the upside from the broader markets, all of those are going to want to try to reach $1 and above, right? So that becomes a short seller's realm. They're going to want to take every single one that runs into the $1 realm below $1. And because we have a bull cycle, all of those are going to be little fishes jumping out of the water, and the short sellers are essentially chomping on those, right? So be very careful while trading those tickers in a bull cycle, okay? Another thing is that for the mid-range capitalization assets, like I'm talking mid caps here, and I would say the upper range of the small caps, this would be the opportunity to start looking at potential runners for the coming months, right? So as this can be a nice hedge for long positions being held that are already in the losses, right? In the loss percentile from the 2021 all-time high. So yeah, things can start looking like bullish soon, then very, very soon, by the way, okay? So right now would not be the time to short the market. Okay, so anything running in tandem with the SPY, with the TQQQ, the Qs, right? All of those things, it's not the time to short. Okay, team, broader market short positions, I would not go there, okay? Because right now the bulls are clearly in control, and we could just be facing a pullback here. I don't even know. I don't think this pullback is going to be a failure. This is just going to be a breather. There's nothing bearish about the SPY. Okay, team, so keep an eye on your assets, right? Because some situations can be happening very soon, and we are probably pumping into the Fed meeting, right? We're gonna want to know what the heck we're gonna do with the rate hike. As I can actually see, a high probability. You know, there is a high probability here of us facing another 25 BIP potentially this coming session, right? Since we did get ADP report for jobs, it was not exactly favorable, although the CPI is in fact low, and we're showing that we're just a point away from our destination of 2% inflation, right? So that's pretty much almost out of the window, team, and that is very likely why I mean, look at this, right? Let me pull up the NDX. I'm going to give you guys a dose of reality here, right? So not a lot of people are looking at this because they're worried about their assets in particular. Okay, so let's pull up the NDX. Let's get the weekly time frame up, and let's just go ahead and zoom out and see where we are in respects to the all-time high. Check that out. That is not far away. Okay, team. So I'm really I know that's a multi-point. That's multi-point away, right? That's a clean $1,000 move to the upside. But what I do mean here is that this thing has rallied from 10,700 to 15,600 over the span of about 2 months here, right, or 3 months. So us clearing the 16,759 top with a weekly candle closure upside of this, goodbye bear market, right? That's going to be the official start of a bull cycle here, and man, the sky is the limit. We're going to be in price discovery yet again, to where it is really bull control. There's no historical resistances at all. Okay, team, so we are getting very, very critically close to a bull cycle here, and I would have to express huge warning, right? As we approach these targets here, expect an enormous amount of resistance. 16,404 to 16,764. Enormous inflection point. Okay, team, that's going to be very difficult for us to get through, but seeing the momentum, seeing the volatility increasing here, even on the weekly time frame, it looks to be highly likely and very, very possible, and definitely a reality here. Okay, so go ahead and notice that the volume is about to start crossing the moving average here. We're I mean, ever so slightly above it already, right, with this previous weekly candle. So now that the new week started here, let's see how it can compete, right, against the previous one. We're still not overextended, by the way. This, I mean, it is overbought, but historically speaking, this can still continue. Really, I mean, a lot more here. Wow, it can actually go to 87%, and we're currently sitting at about 76%. Damn, talk about macro bullish times here, team. Everything is going down pretty nice. So let's see what you're saying. What you saying, my bro? FFIE actually making the upside. Nice, man. Look at this. FFIE is within. If you guys were here live on, I think it was Thursday or Wednesday, right? You actually would have seen that you know, me and Sebastian Lim actually opened long here, right? So let's where is, damn it, why can't I see the long position here? Oh, it's okay. Regardless of the fact that was around 22 cents, right? We waited for that pullback to around 22, right where the SMA 10 is located here, right? We said let's open long here. This actually is very likely to make a 17% gainer to the top side of this target here at about 28.78. Go ahead and notice here on the damn, okay, so please notice here on the H value of this candle, right there, we said 28.78, right? Take a look at that target there, 28.73, top side already faced. So facing some pretty accurate times here, right? So nice, man, nice. Dude, you YOLO like crazy, bro. Like when you get confirmation, you're like, let's go. Man. All right, so we have increasing ADX. DMI support is already, I would say about 30, maybe 40% DMI support for this massive upside volatility versus momentum profile here. We're getting a clear indication here of an upside. We're already beyond the 15th percentile on the component here, the volatility component spectrum line, right? And we're in the bullish control zone of stochastics. This is already fired. I think that the signal is suggesting, Let's see. Yeah, it's suggesting a 82 spot, 73% to the upside. The signal is officially fired now, right? So technically, that means that since the signal fired, let's see. I'm gonna blow your mind a little bit with this one, right? So, oh man, okay, yeah. Let's just say that it fired now, right? So that's the opening of this current candle. So that means that an 82% pump to the upside, statistically speaking, is set to happen here. So instead of actually looking at it from the previous days, we're going to look at it from the current day opening, right? So opening valuation of the candle right now. So this is already suggesting that we can make a total move here. Let me make sure that it is the daily time frame. It is. Daily contraction to expansion is the criteria here. So let's look at that. Let's look at the metrics real quick. Let's get rid of the moving averages and see this real quick. So we are looking at a backtest of volatility versus momentum any time that we have contracted into this critical zone and started an expansion move, particularly beyond the 15th percentile, paired with stochastic momentum with an upside pivot. I have taken note of any time that has happened on the daily time frame here, right? So you're looking at the opening valuation of the candle, right, to the top side of the iteration, and also the duration of the iteration, and also however many times that the profile guessed the upside correctly versus incorrectly. But it shows that 4 out of 4 times have been guessed correctly to the upside, right? So that gives us a very temporary 100% accuracy. And it just so happens that we are getting the upside right now, okay? But yes, we are set to make a move of about 82 spot, 73% over the span of about 10 days from the firing of the signal, which is literally today, right? So this, on average, is making an 82% move to the upside, right? And so far, so damn good, right? So it's already in the money. Let's see how much in the money it's been, right? So at one point today, it was up 10% in the money, right? So currently sitting at about 9%, 8%, right? Not bad. And we can actually see one more thing for FFIE, right? Let's just keep in the consideration here that we are, okay, yeah, we're getting that pullback here for TEL, right? Potential 149, 150 pullback before a continuation to the upside. FFIE on the master chart. Let's go ahead and see this real fast and just get a confirmation here that we are still pivoted towards the upside, or at least showing strength on the 6-hour time frame and above, right? So 6-hour time frame still with an upside pivot, increasing volatility there. Yeah, this is looking good. Let's see. I mean, clearly it's overextended, right? But please remember that this was not the entry here. We were looking at it 22 cents. 12-hour time frame upside pivot, aggressive vertical. I mean, this RSI here couldn't be more vertical ever, right? Go ahead and check this out. 12-hour time frame, ADX sitting at about 22%, almost 23. So this is already giving validity to the 12-hour time frame. Very, very bullish. Okay, and definitely check this out here. We have all of the DMIs increasing in strength, vertical freaking RSI again, and just a straight up pivot right there, man. So yeah, this is now entering the realm of the upper time frames in volatility, right? So of course we're going to face some little ebb and flow here from the shorter time frames as they are showing some weakness, right? But that weakness there is not to be taken lightly, and I do believe that this is set to potentially make, I don't think that's going to be there either, right? So I really do think that we can test. I mean, if we do make it, the SMA 10 located at 2682, that's under a cent away. So let's go ahead and just see the EMAs real fast. See if we can get more of a surgical look into this, right? So the EMA 9 and the 7 in particular are very important moving averages to consider, right? So right over here, we can see a range between 2740 and about that 2716 between the EMA 7 and EMA 9. Potential retracement to that zone there, also because the 30-minute is showing that we could make that breakdown and continue onwards. Why onwards? Well, because the SMA 14 is located right at the gravitational zone of the bull strength percentile. And this, it just so happens to be that we have that EMA 7 and 9 located there where the SMA 14 is located here on the 30-minute RSI. We could get that bounce, right? This would essentially be a support from not only the SMA 14, but the gravitational zone. So we'll get that bounce to the upside, continue onwards and upwards, and realize the upsides that the daily time frame and the bi-daily are offering here. These are massive time frames with upside pivots, and they are very convincing bi-daily cross upside of the SMA 14, and the bullish cross just happened on the bi-daily too. Very likely for this thing to continue onwards and upwards, and I do expect some targets to be upwards of about literally the resistance area. Pardon me. Literally the resistance area of our discretionary resistance that we looked at already days ago. And this is very curious that the statistics are suggesting for us to reach the 4.618 when we were already looking at that 4.618 in the beginning, right? So 4680 to 4772 could be the range here, right? So yeah, I would say right around there we could face that resistance once again, come back, validate the support area of about 4516, continue onwards and upwards here, and this would clear the statistical move, and then we would actually have to figure out the upper bound of the first standard deviation, which could honestly, oh man, yeah, that could take us to some really higher valuations here. And I'm thinking that it could be, I'd say, the space between 5494 and 6180, very likely for it to reach that. So several percentile away from that. So yeah, man, congratulations on this. I'm very happy that you were able to take entry on this position, right? So very, very good times here. Yeah, I mean, but first of all, we just need to wait for that pullback from this area here. Very likely to pull back from 47. I mean, how far is that from? It is literally 82%, dude. Wow, that is huge. So if this does happen and we're getting a pullback from the broader markets, very likely this can actually make the upside. Okay, so yeah, keep your eyes on FFIE, but I do see this as a potential nice swing, and you could be in it for about 2 weeks. Oh, right, duh. We suggested 10 days. So, I mean, yeah, so it's according to the statistics and also my discretion, right? So, good job, my brother, good job. So, you sold already on which one? On FFIE, yeah, re-entry's coming in soon, right? So, but if you're looking at a 30-minute time frame, right? Remember what I just said. We could be, damn it, let me go back to the daily. I'm not going to mess with my statistics side. I'm going to go back in here. So yeah, just if you're looking at the 30-minute time frame, you're already at that potential entry, right? So I mean, this was it right here. 2736 was that EMA 7 potential bounce. It's not the same. And also look at this. We were just looking at this. I said that we're likely to find that support there. Just wait for it, man. This could actually bounce from that zone. Let's see the hourly. Okay, so if I'm going to be clear with you here, the hourly time frame is showing a secondary opportunity, which could be in line too. Okay, so if we do get that support touch at the SMA 14 on the hourly, then that could actually be indicative of a drop to 2687. Keep your eyes on it, okay? So just watch out, watch out. We're getting that curvature here on the hourly time frame, meaning that we're about to repivot towards the upside with increasing volatility. So this is, it's getting really nervous here, okay? This is a lot of anxiety here. So whoever is trading this, literally everyone trading this, is feeling that pressure right now, okay? But yeah, I can see that the 30-minute time frame could be showing some slight pressures here to that downside, okay? So yeah, consistent to the SMA 10 on the 30-minute bi-hourly time frame. Let's see. It's, I would say that's a little too far away to consider, right? But yeah, I would have to favor the hourly time frame now, right? EMA 7, 2683, give you the range, right? 2683 to about 2659. Keep an eye on that target, my bro, because there could be a nice accumulation zone right there. And just, I wouldn't full-blown enter, right? Because the thing is that if you are looking at the bi-hourly, there still is quite a distance away from this, right? So if it is going to suggest for that to happen, it's going to be in respects to one thing and one thing on the bi-hourly only, okay? So let me just go ahead and show you that right now. Let's get rid of the SMA 100, SMA 10. Let's get rid of the EMA 7 and 9. Right, and let's just see what's happening here within the moving averages. Okay, so we're starting to converge here on the the SMA 50 compared to the SMA 200, right? So you can see that we've reclaimed the inside of the 50. Here was the position, guys. Damn it. Here's the position. We suggested the entry. I hate that it's not colored. What the heck is going on? Right, super silly that it's not colored. Let me see if we can get that color to show. Wow, here we go. Let's just get it a little brighter in there, right? And then, yeah. All right, so yeah, we entered on the 5-minute. We saw that strength, right? So And the take profit for me was already met, right? For a what percent move, 11.2% gainer. I would have already been out right at this support here before this pullback. The re-entry was potentially right around here at the end of day on Friday. And then we actually got the push to the upside yet again. So this is what I mean by trading the ranges, right? We're seeing another potential probability here. So get that entry, I would say somewhere about 2680 at the spot right between these two candles here. If we are set to make that SMA 200 validation, then so be it. That's why I'm saying don't enter full bore here, right? Just kind of ease into your target here, because we're talking about an 80% move to the upside, not a 10%er or an 11%er. So if you gain entry between 2680 and this 2570, you're gonna have a nice cost basis for a continuation to the upside. Right, so just watch out with that, okay? Because I know that you were telling me that you still want more liquidity. So Mark Roach, good morning to you, my bro. Sorry that I have not been looking at the chat, right, team? That's partially because I'm semi-blind right now. I'm gonna have to go get my glasses soon, team. But yeah, really, I think I may have left them in the kitchen when I was reloading the water. But it's all good. Yeah, my brother. Good job on FFIE. What's going down with FNGR, team? What is good? Come on, let's see. What is FNGR doing to our lives right now, right? So, oh my goodness, man. Yeah, nice little breakout still happening within that. Very, very good stuff there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 6-hour time frame without the armor indicator, right? So let's see here. What could be happening here? Do we have any moving average? Actually, you know what? I'm going to load this up on one of the master sessions, right? So let me get rid of this too. And so, oh yeah, we were speaking about this, right, team? We were speaking about potential breakout starting to happen today, and we've already actually penetrated that resistance one time. We already got that little break up to the upside of the resistance here, right? So I think that we were actually trading this on a shorter time frame. Let's see if it could be on the 12. Oh yeah, you know what? I think it was on the 12 hour, if I do remember correctly, right? So I don't think it's the daily just yet. But as far as the 12 hour, yeah, we got that support touch, right? So we got the re-entry zone on ticker symbol FNGR. We were expecting a pullback down to the zone 527 to 546. Very nice touch. In fact, this may have been 545 on the candle. Let's see. 544 actually. So 544 touch, well within the range that we were expecting here, and then a continuation to the upside. I do suspect this to continue, team. It doesn't look bearish, and I can't find any reason to be bearish on this ticker. And you know that I would actually give that instantly. Okay, so let's look at the buy daily here. 3 hours and 53 minutes to close this buy daily iteration. And we're forming actually a very nice candle here. Okay, so this is a clear rejection from the bulls, right? So the bulls said, no way, we're actually still in control here. If we do get some more upside here, I mean, we do have a resistance, a critical resistance coming up at 604, right? But if we are able to, I mean, in 3 hours, maybe, you know, ticker symbol FNGR has been pretty strong when it comes to the power hour, right? So if we can get that closure upside of the 618, potentially around the 625-ish, you know, yeah, I would say 625 to about 635. That would close with a very nice bullish hammer on the buy daily, right? So that would honestly show a potential reversal from this point and the beginning of a bull flag on a buy daily. You know, I don't really like formations, but we'll call them out anyway, right, team? Just in the event where we do have some sentiment that believes in it. I'm talking about throughout the entirety of the sentiment of FNGR. If they believe this formation to be valid, then we are set to make a nice upside. I have not back tested your bull flags here on a buy daily time frame, right? So I mean, it's okay. It's just sometimes it is kind of good for us to look back and see if we have reaccumulations for upsides here, right? Like this is a bull flag here, it got realized. So it's very similar too, right? Second candle capitulation, third candle reaccumulation, and then distribution to the top side. And that's essentially what's happening right now, right? So downside on the first candle, reaccumulation on the second one, continuation to the upside on the third. So, and it's just so happens to be over literally today. In about 4 hours, this candle will close. The buy daily, the next buy daily will continue tomorrow. So that's very clear to what's happening historically, at least, right? One iteration is not enough for us to look at, but I mean, sometimes you can get some pretty clear upside signals based on iterations like those, right? So we can always continue back testing here, team, but this is not the time for it, right? So I just wanted to expose to you the potentials of backtesting. You can get as creative as you want. It doesn't matter what you want to backtest. If it has a narrative for you, then that would be the best thing for you to look at, right? So yeah, this is very nice. I do see a continuation to the upside, team. Of course, we have a lot of resistance now faced in this zone here, so just keep an eye on that. But sorry, team. Anyway, back to the to the freaking chat right here. I'm missing the deal here, right? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at VIRI too. Huge capitulation yet again, man. We were not expecting this to be that big of a pullback, but I did express how annoyed I was that we did feel that. But please notice that this is not going on forever. In fact, this could be a bounce from the 186 at the 1.272. Why? Because the 12 hour is about to face support from the SMA 14 right here. Okay, so we can only assume that could be that pullback range. The SMA 10 located right near the 2.272. It could be. Okay, so we'll just evaluate it as we go. Okay, team, let's keep it on there, right? So another suggestion here: daily time frame capitulating to find the support here at the SMA 14, right? That could be in line again with the SMA 10 and the 2.272 at 186. I would say 186 to 183. Okay, team, let's see if we can get that potential reloading zone here. This is presenting an opportunity overall. Okay, so yes, what's up, Jennifer? Good to see you here. Thank you so much for stopping by. PRFX, if you can see it, let's go ahead and take a look at it, my bro. Of course. Let's pull up one of the master sessions here, right? One of the master layouts and see what's going on. But what's up, Jennifer? How you doing? I hope everything is well. Thank you for stopping by. Right, TTG, what's up, man? Thank you for stopping by. Really appreciate you, my bro. So let's see, McLovin saying VIRI. No, don't worry, my dude. This ebb and flow happens, right? And I did say that as long as we are getting that upside in the broader markets, then we're very likely to find some pressures in the small cap to micro cap realm, right? So just we're set to pull back soon, though. That's getting really overextended on the upper time frames. So PRFX, right, my dude? So PRFX. Let's go ahead and give this a quick look. NASDAQ ticker for moderator Mark Roach. Thank you so much for coming on by, my brother. Good to see you here. So, of course, team, let's pull up the daily time frame and see what the behavior for the asset is without any indicators like this, right? So let's just see what it's got to show us, right? So it has been trading for a fair bit of time, specifically since about 2020 September. All right, so wow, why? Okay, so first of all, we got a reverse split, a 1 to 10 RS. Let's see this. 2 hours ago, let's see, pain reform, shares a rise of 19% after direct offering prices. Nice. Okay, so today the biggest pre-market stock movers. Nice. It's already given as a mover too. Sector update: healthcare stocks advancing late Friday. What? That means, yeah, that means that we're probably getting. Are we getting some upside here on COSM? No, not yet, right? But healthcare stocks in general should be showing some pressure. But as long as this is facing pressures from the broader markets, then I mean, this is not set to make some moves just yet, right? So anyway, so yeah, that's a very interesting upside here, considering an RS, right? So I mean, I get it. So it happens sometimes, right? But sometimes it could be a liquidity trap too. And hold on just a sec. Yeah, so elegantly wasted, 2BZ. So, oh, you guys, okay, note and VOCL BBBYQ. We have tickers to look at. So Arca, I can't. Oh, is it really? That means it's gonna be crazy hot over here, man. It's already like 90. And I don't usually have the air on right now, dude, but it's already on. And dude, it's humid out there. What the heck? Humid in Northridge? That's like unheard of. So do you think GNS has found a bottom? Daryl, we'll go ahead and take a look at that, my dude. So let's take a look at PRFX for now. and find out what could be happening here, right? So very interesting upside on this, right, team? So if we are to face a continuation to the downside, we have to look at the obvious ranges here, right? So that's going to be in this zone right down here, anywhere between the area of, which is very confluent actually with this red opening here. So let's put it like this. 763 to the top side of the wick here at about 827. That is a natural inflection zone and also an invalidation zone. Okay, so closing, I would say a daily candle below the area of about 765 could introduce some further downside, particular to the 680 realm. So it would knock you down almost $1 if you do fail this support here. Okay, so careful with that. Let's look at some. Oh man, is that happening? Is that happening here? How the hell is that? That's so insignificant. Oh my goodness. We have a golden cross here. And a huge test of the golden cross too, with a bounce to the upside. That's super curious, and it's not really even loud, right? It's like low key. And a silver cross happened. Of course it would happen, right? So it would happen right at this crazy candle here. So that means that we have to be looking at some upper time frame potentials here. Let's see what. Okay, converging moving averages here on the 3-day, but the 3-day doesn't even display the SMA 200. Oh, it does. Okay, barely. Oh my goodness, we barely have enough information for the 3-day golden cross. Let me see the bi-daily golden cross. It's getting ready for it, right? But the daily, the daily, such an interesting golden cross right here. It almost feels like it's not even real. Right, so but yeah, I understand we have an inflection zone at 763 to 827, but there could be a wick down to the EMA 21 on the daily here. Okay, so I wouldn't be afraid if that does happen, but by daily finding the support from the SMA 200 currently, so that's pretty powerful there. Okay, and it just so happens to be within the inflection zone. Okay, so just watch out for that. Watch out for that. Okay, let's go ahead and see. Let's continue on here and find out what we can see with the indicators, right? So I'm going to refer to momentum and volatility and see the immediate short term. Okay, so let's pull up the 30-minute. 30-minute is aggressively nosediving here, so that's giving validity to the retouch of this zone here. Okay, so 30-minute 763 to 827 with an SMA 200 located at 795 probability. So if we are to face an immediate upside though, which is already kind of showing, then the potential resistance is the EMA 21 on the 5-minute right over here at about 895. Pull back from this zone here. It's just, this feels it's going to be like kind of a fake out, right? But the thing is that this is a symmetrical triangle, which would honestly be, I guess we can consider it a continuation formation, right? Some people may consider it bear flag-ish, right? But I see a resistance coming up at that EMA 21, right around that 890 zone, and then that I think we could actually fake out and break down here to test the absolute range. Yeah, so we're getting that resistance right now from what? How high did it go? 188. Okay, so it's already 888. Dude, I'm gonna need my glasses. Wow, man, that sucks. Okay, so I feel like it's hindering me, my speed. 15-minute time frame volatility versus momentum showing an increase of volatility with an upside here. So that means that we're fairly close to a floor. So if it really shows enough, it really needs to show enough, man. Like the 5-minute and 15-minute they do need a good thrust in order to start influencing the 30-minute and the hourly, because those, man, the 30-minute in particular is showing a serious nosedive here, but the hourly is surprisingly not. And neither is the bi-hourly. So we may actually get this. If it doesn't reach down to this zone, one more zone to keep an eye on, right? And that would be right down here at 851 at this candle on the 30-minute, okay? So that would be about what I'm seeing here. But I mean, the reaccumulation for the shorter time frame upside, yeah, I see it happening. Let me see if I can get you. Okay, so we're facing a breakout right now on the 4-hour. It's very premature. Here you go. You see that? That's happening on the 4-hour. I wouldn't consider that a full-on rejection or continuation just yet. this is very conditional. The 4-hour time frame is still it would need to push the 6-hour time frame upside of the SMA 14 here, and it's looking like the strength is kind of consolidating here. That sometimes is showing that there could be exhaustion here from the bears, and this could be reaccumulating again for a potential run. I'm not sure. To be very honest with you, I can just be as clean as that. This is not giving me a clear indication for upside or downside. I just see a clear indication for reaccumulation, but not a continuation to the upside. And the 6-hour time frame is indicative of it, but some other things like the MACD and some other momentum aspects are not showing a really defined upside or downside here, right? So if I didn't say that to you, then I feel like I'd be lying, right? So in this case, since I am in that I don't know where it's going, that's a clear indication to potentially find I mean, in my case, I would already kind of find an exit, right? So we're already facing that resistance that we're talking about, right? So 895 was officially my top side of that, right? So 890 is not bad. I just don't like that it's getting stuck here, and actually that makes me curious over PRFX ATR. Let's see. So PRFX is showing $3.48, so that's 348 is huge. Damn. Okay, so let's see the daily time frame. Yeah, that's about it for sure. Let's see. So I mean, yeah, at some point. So 8, 9, 10. Yeah, man. That at one point it was already down 156. Or sorry, 164 from the average true range. But I mean, up or down, right? But if you're taking a look at the total, this total here is already the average true range. The entire candle shows an average true range already. So which is why I'm saying that the move could reaccumulate right around that zone there and bounce back to validate a support, but it's already within the volatility spectrum, within the realm of movement here, right, or range. So which is, again, I'm sorry that I can't actually give you a clear indication to the upside or downside here, but it's just super confusing. Daily time frame bounce from the SMA 14 to the upside here, approaching the gravitational zone, but we have downward pivot and increasing volatility towards the downside on the daily. For stochastics versus volatility, right? So I guess a good thing here is that we have DMI support to whatever is happening, but that whatever's happening is downside on stochastics. See what I mean? Upside pivot on the MACD. I would have to favor the stochastics versus volatility. We have decreasing money flow. So there's and this is not short bias. This is actually sell pressure, meaning that people have taken their profits, and they're continuously taking their profits in fear that it can't continue to the upside, which honestly isn't understanding, right? Because it's understandable because of the sudden price movement here. It would revert to the mean at some point, and we are at the mean now. So and I don't think that we could actually see it here on anything else other than the price action. So yeah, because the mean is being suggested to be at around 670, but I'm gonna have to disagree with the algorithm here, and I do believe that the mean could be located between this realm here, and we're already pretty much literally like a spit away from it, right? 763 to 827 would be my mean. And yeah, my brother, I hope I was able to help out with that, man, at least for some type of perspective, right? So dude, yeah, this, I'm not gonna lie, man, that was the weather is perfect for growing that. Oh my goodness, my bro. Dude, it's perfect for a hurricane too, right? Oh man. So anyway, so I remember I was asked for a couple other tickers, right? So I stayed up late and overslept. Oh, I got you, Jennifer. Sorry I didn't look at that earlier, right? So there's just a bunch of requests coming in. So Destiny, what's up with you? Good to see you here. So GNPX, right? Let's see what GNPX has to say. Well, let me load it up so we don't forget that we have it here. And let me just go and give a quick little peep here at the broader markets. It's still looking frothy as ever, right? So, man, look at that, man. Oh, dude, this is... I should have not sold my damn calls, right? We could have still been printing. Daily time frame, weekly time frame, silver cross already happened here. Damn. Oh my goodness. Talk about macro bulls. Look at this. We're converging here on the EMA 21 and the EMA 55. Oh my goodness, man. So I may actually on the pullback here. There could be a pullback to 40.67. I will load. I will absolutely load long calls right down here. Paper long calls, that is. Good times, team. Good times indeed. Not a problem, Mark Roach. I'm happy, my brother. At least I'm happy I was able to look at it for you. Sorry if I didn't see it earlier, right? So just a huge amount of interest here. So I'm trying to concentrate, especially right now because of this of the missing of the glasses situation. So I'm like over here, like try to see it. Daily time frame already converging the moving averages here for a potential silver cross. This is absolutely contracted here. Very nice. VIRI is getting wrecked. Let's go ahead and see what's going down with VIRI. Yeah. So we're still looking at that potential, right? 2.272 at 180. We can get that bounce from there. Okay, wait for it. Okay, team. So this is man. I couldn't just. I hated what happened, man. That stupid piece of news. Whatever happened there? Oh, let's see. Virios Therapeutics announces positive data of drug combination to treat multiple long COVID symptoms. Damn it! I just said that out loud. Ugh. We didn't say nothing out loud. Dude, I'm gonna go get him. Hold on. So, yeah, dude, it's just that capitulation, that overreaction that we faced, man. That is extremely upsetting, man. And we just got good news today. How the hell is this still capitulating, right? So, man, I couldn't tell you. I was really annoyed in the video, and I tried my best not to show how annoyed I actually was, right? But that is just, I was really just looking at this zone here. I'm like 241. I'm like, did we really get that 240 close right at the 4.618 where we were literally talking about? We literally called it all, right? Except for this stupid fall, right? So anyway, because we were at 240, look where 240 is landing. What support? Literally, what support or resistance? Sorry, what resistance are you looking at over there? There's no resistance forever, right? So I mean. Look, this, guys, this is right here, 1894, all right? No resistance. So yeah, I was expecting a clean break, a slide up to 315. I was like, man, it's going to be cruising from now, just cruising, right? And then I was going to look at, oh, right. So let me see the daily. Does it have that gap? Yeah, it does. So yeah, the daily gap of 315, that's what I was looking at, right? I was like, man, we're on our way. And then it wasn't even bad news. And the thing just, and again, we just got good news again. Bros, very, shut up. Stop talking. Stop saying things. Okay, if you're not saying things like I just partner with Elon Musk, shh, stop. You're creating a capitulation here. Dude, good times. PRFX running, dude. Oh, man. Oh, dude, good job on that one at least, right? Oh, my bro, dude, keep an eye on that, okay? Keep an eye on that. I'm not trusting all of that consolidation happening, okay? GNXP, man, very, very interesting support touch here, but we gapped up, and I think it's in anticipation of this silver cross happening. Let's see the 12-hour time frame. Ooh, it's getting so much closer there too. VIRI Browns from 180. Let's hope, dude. That's why I need them to shh. I need them to shut up and stop talking, man. It's like 2 days in a row of good news, bro. You didn't even know that it inverse played on everybody. Everything was going good, bro, until you said something. Super annoying. Very annoying, team. Anyway, it's all good. We have to be reactive to whatever market conditions are being presented, right? So VIRI, I bought at 191 and grabbed More at 186. Good call, Paddle. Dude, it's still going, but I think 180 could be that bottom side, man. Keep an eye on the 180. Ugh. Very angry times here. Okay, so anyway, 4-hour time frame, GNXP. Something is giving us good news here, okay? Something is showing us that we have some upside. Samantha saying, Arca, if this is you without caffeine, what would caffeine do? It would make me fall asleep. I'm not joking. I am not joking. Caffeine makes me fall asleep. I cannot do it. And also, it's terrible for me because you know I have acid reflux, right? So that the coffee bean, and actually any bean in general, since it's rich in iron, it's terrible for my system, right? So, oh man. So John Smith though saying PMN up 136, bro. John Smith, how are you always knowing that all these tickers are up over 100% every single day, bro? Like, you are seriously a scanner on your own. Dude, my hat's off to you for identifying so many awesome plays, my bro. Good job. So that's because it dehydrates you. That's why people fall asleep. Yeah. You know what? I need a swig of water here because it is definitely, the microphone has dehydrated me. Mr. Patterson, what's up? HYZN 18% up. VEV. Let's see, 150 million backlog. Oh, what? Really? So that's an EV ticker. And FFIE 7%. Yeah, man. So the FFIE ticker was one that we actually longed at 22 cents. Currently sitting at 27 cents, about 9 or 10% up on the position. So that's very good. Why change? Very fundamental. The real news is supposed to come out about, let's see, about the fibromyalgia drug, whatever that is. So not the, right, can't say that. So, so I guess people are pissed off that they're not getting the actual news? Is that what's happening? Damn it. Huge tantrum here. He's like, I don't want that news. And sell off, right? So that's why I'm trying to tell these guys to stop talking. Stop talking unless you're going to pull out the real news. Arca, those electrolytes, as Cal would remind you. Yeah. So, Macy, do I have? Oh, good. I still have right here. That right there, guys, is a tiny little Gatorade. That'll give us some electrolytes. All right. Anyway, enough of suffering here. Okay? What's happening? Stop making us suffer. VOCL up. Oh, dude, look at that. Damn. What is going on here? I mean, we were... Jeez Louise. Guys, remember the back test that we performed on this? Where the hell are the damn results? Get out of here. There they are. Okay, getting mad already. Don't you lose my damn data. Okay, so I'm going to have to refer back to the videos. Okay, so yeah, we signaled a contraction to expansion move that may have already realized, but still, the upside is absolutely present, right? So we were looking at a backtest here of volatility versus momentum. Anytime that volatility is contracted, started an expansion phase paired with an upside pivot on stochastics, there have been a total, man, that is, sometimes I surprise myself with the OCD, man. This is ridiculous. All these are my tests, right? So and also I calculated the statistics behind it too. So we're looking at a total of 65 iterations on VOCL, 47 of which were guessed correctly to the upside, giving us a 72 spot, 31% upside accuracy with a 91.78% move to the upside, of which already has happened. We already got 106% from the firing of the signal. Now, there's a standard deviation here where 68% of the results land, which is here on the bell curve, right? This is 68%. 68% of the average performers are landing at 293% to the upside based on the firing of the signal, which we already got and already faced 100% move to the upside. So the upper bound, the best performers here, the upper bound of the first standard deviation, which is this zone right over here, you're looking at about 384 spot, 86% to the upside. I'm not saying that this is going to go 293 or 384. I'm saying that based on the performers here, based on average performers and upper performers from the upper bound, we have that much space to look at for a potential upside move. So anywhere from where we are now at that 580 to all the way up to wherever 384, or let's just look at 294 right now, to 16 cents, 17 pretty much. That's the space that we have to evaluate for an upside pump here. Okay, so let's see. We're at 580 and we have a top side of 17 cents, right? Ridiculous. Okay, so let's see. Let's see where we are. We're at 580. Oh my goodness, man. I was literally telling everybody right here, and then I get the messages, well, it didn't go the way you wanted it, did it? I'm like, well, actually, there's a larger time frame to keep under consideration here. And you're telling me the day that I released, the day after, is like, you failed, Arca. And I'm like, dude, can you give it a day? My goodness. Right? So that was literally 10 days ago. And look at the average. 9 days. My goodness, man. Sometimes we just got to let the data speak, guys. Sometimes we just got to let the price action do what it's going to do. Even if it capitulates 1,000,000% to the upside, the data still suggested an upside nonetheless, right? So, yeah, nice. We're way beyond. Oh man, that is absolutely incredible. Very good times here. Awesome team. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, so congratulations to whoever did get to long VOCL on that signal, right? So I just am not a fan of VOCL because of the whole thing that happened with created and GTII and all that. Just it felt like it was just a liquidity grab. I have a sour taste for it, right? So, damn, look at that. Ticker symbol BBIG still holding that top side. Let's go to our broader markets real fast, team. Again, man, we're still frothy. Super, super bullish. At some point, this is gonna have to pull back, man. Right? And look at these. Look at this, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 9 consecutive upside bi-weekly candles. Jeez. That is absolutely powerful, team. So please remember that the take profit for this broadening descending wedge is 479.98 and we're at 450.12. Wow. That's opening the probabilities for a potential bull market starting soon, team. All right, VIRI 180. Let's see, what is it doing? Is it going to do it? Are we going to get it? Are we going to capitulate? So the 180 is the 180 realm is a range, and that's 177 to 181. So keep an eye on this, okay? Or it's supposed to be 180, right? Because of the 2-spot 272. So let's see. Okay, we're gonna keep an eye on this as best as we can. I actually haven't even looked at its momentum thus far. So, oh goodness gracious, team. That capitulation really just so upsetting. Let's see, that's a 12-hour. Let's go to the daily. Oh man, we're right at the support right there, team. Check it out. This is why I'm saying that we could face that 180, right? So the 177 to 180 to be clear, just to give it the range. I mean, but overall, right? This doesn't look that doesn't look too bearish, right? If anything, what if it's building a little cup and handle here, or it could be building inverse head and shoulders again, so or just more formation, right? So if that is the case, then let's identify it now, right? And everybody then everybody, I found a hidden inverse head and shoulders. I found it. I did it. I called it. So let's go ahead and draw that neckline, so which could actually be down from this point here, just about like I think it could be something like this, right? So we have to get it may be traded in a different time frame too. So center of the head, right? We'll go ahead and take that trend line. And mind you, we already done this a couple times, right? Specifically with the head and shoulders one. So it's showing that head and shoulders are apparently sought after here. So if we are to break out from the shoulder, then that would suggest a topside target of about 431. That is huge. Not yet to be looked at, okay, team. First of all, I want to just get over. I want to just get over 177 to 180. Right? If we can get that support right there, team, that would be incredibly bullish. Do we have any moving averages in there as well? Sorry, team. I know I'm not looking at the chat just yet, but I will come back to you. Right. So as I know, I'm going to be facing a million questions regarding this. But yeah, actually I can start to see that this head and shoulders that we had right here, where we called the bear trap, right down here, this actually is starting to turn into an inverse head and shoulders. So you're like, no, you're tiny little head and shoulders. We don't want the head and shoulders. We're trying to build an inverse head and shoulder, bears. Stop it. Okay, so yeah, we got that upside. The head and shoulders was suggesting a topside target of about 237. That is how we were able to determine the 240 target that we faced on Friday with the, I mean, literally closed at 242, 4 spot 618, 240. Couldn't have been better. And then we capitulated, man. Stop talking, right? VIRI, stop talking. So anyway, team, let's go ahead and yeah, so really what I'm waiting for, team, to go and get my glasses is actually the excuse to go and get my glasses would be to say goodbye to the little lady when she does show up, right? She's going to be leaving to work pretty soon, I assume. At any moment, she's going to be blazing through the door of the studio, and then she's going to be like, I got to go. and then I'm going to go over there and say goodbye to her and chill, right? So, let's see, VIRI just touched the 180, right? We're at 179. So remember, 177 to 181 or 180 is the realm or the range, right? So keep an eye on that. We're still here, right? So moving averages, let me see what we have as far as the, oh dude, don't tell me that. That would suck a lot. That would shock a lot. Let's pull up the moving averages here and see if we can get a closer something, a closer anything. There it is. All right, so we definitely, oh man, look at that touch on the SMA 10 on the 12-hour. Goodness gracious. So that right, charts don't work, guys. Nope, nobody is looking at the charts. Nobody saw that right there, SMA 10 touch. No one saw it. So this is mumbo jumbo. Your charts, Arca, they're mumbo jumbo, right? So, all right, so we got a nice little rejection there. I can't guarantee that is the bottom side. So what's up, my dude? Hi, Arca. How are you, bro? Hope you had a good weekend. Just a heads up, BBBYQ is up 35 cents. Oh, somebody asked me to take a look at it earlier, and also never finished watching my dude. So I was supposed to tell Destiny that there's an accumulation period approaching, right? Dude, we didn't even get to tell her nothing. Okay, the hourly time frame. Let's see. This is the hourly time frame that we're expecting a pullback here. I don't think that we can reach all the way to the 21 exponential. I would have to favor a range though. Okay, so if I can favor a range here, man, it's just that's it becomes a little tough when you're that bullish, right? So yeah, I would expect a potential retracement to the area of about 89.55 to 91.11 for a potential retracement. Good pointing here. So you can't chart a squeeze, Arca. You don't know what you're talking about, bro. I've already told you that so many times, bro. I told you that so many times. I told you. Oh my goodness, dude. So yeah, potential pullback here too, 91.11 to 89.55, and I think that there could be a moving average in there somewhere, right? Getting a little too giddy here, team. Concentrate, stop messing around, right? That okay, so bottom side SMA 10 on the daily, hourly, sorry, at literally the bottom side of our target. Let's see if we can get closer though. So there, man. Are we gonna get closer? Well, I don't know, right? So look at this. Some more of charts not working. Okay. So I didn't know that the EMA 7 and the SMA 10 are literally the range that I spoke of. They're there though, right? So we can face a bounce from that zone. Okay, team, keep an eye on it. All right. So do you think VIRI bounces from 177 tap? We're gonna tap that. We're gonna tap that demand, bro. I think we're already in that bounce. So we faced that SMA 10 touch, and that was a 179 touch, so not bad, right? So we really have to honor it though. But oftentimes the SMA 10 does work out as a support, right? Or at least a guide towards the upside. So I can honestly tell you that we were way beyond the SMA 10. So I guess with the stupid news that we got in the capitulation, then there could have been reason for us to come back down and validate. I guess so, right? So, and as also you can see here that this, I'm going to show you this. So let me see on a daily actually. Did we even get that down to that zone? Dude, I can't see it. But the drop was to what? That was a 165 drop, right? 165. Let's see, where was that? 165 was around here. Okay, yeah, so if it was on a daily SMA, then we tested the daily SMA because this was the test of the 50. Oh, I see. Damn. But they didn't know that. That's ridiculous. How do you even guess that? Like, that, no one guesses that. Okay, look. So this... So we have this, oh, the little lady showed up, guys. Here's my excuse to go and grab the glasses. Relax, listen to some tunes, and I got some news to give to you, okay? So just hold on. Let me go say goodbye to her. Okay, team, we are back. All right, so anyway, yeah, what I was gonna tell you, man, this is really where this is really where oh yeah, by the way, I got my glasses and I literally just upgraded my vision from like 480p to like 4K. I can see everything. Anyway, so what I was telling you is that freaking nobody can guess this, and this is really where fundamentalists and charters, you know, or technical analysts or whatever you want to call it, this is where there is a serious like separation. Right, so let me show you. This is a golden cross here, right, on the 12 hour. So this is the SMA 50 crossing above the SMA 200. That signals a potential bull market trend. So, as you can see here on that this was part of the bear trap, right? That we spoke of. Like we fell beneath the SMA 50. We resisted. The bears are thinking, we got it. We got the head and shoulders. Let's go, right? This is the entry for shorts, right? So they take it down, and they didn't see that they're actually facing a support from a larger, really bullish formation, right? And also the fact that the 3-day silver cross was about to happen literally within this bottom side that the test happened on the daily here, right? So this was the 3-day silver cross test, and also the retest of this huge resistance turned into support. So that SMA 50 crossed, right, guys, I'm going to give you this because this is just like, sometimes the things work out like this and we don't know. Right, so it's just like not a lot of people look at those extremities, those real tiny details. There's an infinite amount of variances to keep an eye on and to look out for. Right, I didn't know this. Right, so the SMA 50 gets failed. Right, and you often hear me say that we need to reclaim the resistance and then we need to come back and test it before a continuation to the upside. Well, we failed the SMA 50, we beat the SMA 50, and we retested the SMA 50 after the breakout. And now we're continuing to the upside. Okay, goodness in heaven. That's why I'm telling you that, like, the fundamentals and the chart analysts, they're just gonna be like, we had to retest it. Like, that's what happens. But no, this wouldn't have happened if he didn't say it. Well, I mean, things happen for a reason, right? So leave it up to fate that we're going to come back and test the SMA 50, but at some point we will, right? So it just so happened that we got it done a lot faster, a lot sooner than later. So quickie capitulation time for Arca. Capitulation? Dude, so I went to capitulate. Ah, dude. Good times, bro. Yeah, I liked it. Capitulates, dude. So you want to Netflix and capitulate? Dude, that's terrible. Oh my goodness, bro. Anyway, what the hell is BBBYQ doing, dude? I'm sorry, you like threw me entirely off right here, man. He's too giddy when he goes to say goodbye to her, my bro. Ah, dude. Anyway, man. So yeah, it looks like we got a nice bounce, right? It's still hovering about above this range. It's in shock, team. Okay, we're in shock because VIRI won't shut up, right? We need to get them to stop talking for now and let us do our business here, right? So if they're not gonna, talk about, yeah, let's pull up. I'm sorry, team. Yeah, let's pull up BBBYQ. So many talks about that, right? So yeah, wait for the GNPX right here. Wait for that retracement, and then I can see a bounce to the upside from there. Okay, so yeah, man, you can see how random I like switch over the conversations. Like I'm saying something midway, and then I change the talk about ADD, bro. So anyway, right, BBBYQ. Let's see. So, nice. Wow. Didn't I actually say something like this was about to happen? I think I mentioned before that this is getting prepped for an upside. Yeah, I did. And I also expressed that I didn't have any of the back tests because BBBY is now BBBYQ. Man. Let's see. Could this really be trying to make a full-on run? This is already at a resistance right now, so I'm wondering if it's already ran its day. But okay, I mean, damn here. Okay, so this is just massive volatility. We're way overextended, but historically speaking, we could still go higher, right? So 84%, even, oh man, this iteration here showing about 92.5%. So, and we're currently sitting at about 81, so there's still some ways to go. Okay, but I know that we're at a technical resistance right now. So let's just see what volatility versus momentum I have to say. Let's see the are we retracing here? Oh, almost. Jeez, what happened? Who I know, let me see. Shares of bankrupt Bed Bath & Beyond jumped more than 11%. Okay, yeah, but why? I don't want to read that. All right, so let's see. Wow, this thing is not giving way. Hourly time frame with a massive upside pivot. Bi-hourly time frame should also be pivoted towards the upside. Man, we just moved upside of the critical zone with an upside pivot. Damn, everything is just upside inflow coming in. There's a lot of cash coming in, actually. Wow, talk about triggering FOMO. Upside pivot on the 4-hour. Damn. Okay, yeah, team, this is, I mean, if it doesn't pull back because that's what BBBYQ has done in the past and just trap people, this is set to continue to the upside even beyond the resistance of 38.92. Well, let me see how far away that is, first of all. Okay, so let's just assume that that's about 7% away. That's still a fair gain. So now jumping into the 12-hour, and let me see the daily. Damn, the daily is... Okay, this is where I would need my damn back tests. Oh, goodness. And I bet you I bet you anything that if I type it in here, I have them in there somewhere. But it's not BBBYQ, it's BBBY. Let me see. Here's one. And I have another one right up there too. So time frame expanded volatility. Oh, that... Damn it, that could have been it. But it's not going to show, though. It's not going to show because it's already an invalid ticker. But I want to see if my note... Oh, what? Are you serious? Guys, are you seeing this? I haven't seen this... Whenever I clicked on BBBY before, it did not show that. But the last... Of course, the... What? How is this shown? This is not how it's happened before. That's really, really weird. That it's now displaying the chart. That's I haven't seen that happen in ever. Right? So actually that's a good thing. So let me see. Damn, I wonder if it was because of that acquisition. They're like they're showing the price action. I wonder if it's gonna be if it's gonna just come back into... Are they expecting compliance or what? That's really weird, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I've never seen that happen before. So let me see this back test. Yeah, it's showing it. I came back in here specifically to look for my data and it didn't show me anything because I've taken mad back tests of this. So, oh, dude, yes, nice. This is, oh, dude, this is about to happen. Wow, I am so happy we even looked. This is so cool. I thought all my work had gone to crap here. All of this, like, is just so much work, right? I mean, I tracked it from 1992, I think it was, right? Let me see. Yeah, 92. See how well I know it? Like, oh my goodness. So anyway, let me see this because I just hate that the thing is that we're at an expansion. Let me see if we're actually at expansion on a 5-day though. That would be awesome. Oh, dude, yes, the signal fired. All right. Okay, so I've never worked like this before, but screw it. Okay, wow. 35 total iterations throughout the entire trading history of BBBY. Of course, we're not going to be given the entire history here because BBBYQ is a product of... Actually, will it? Yeah, it does. Nice. Oh, good. Thank God. It gave us all of the history. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. All right, we're in business. 35 total iterations that I have taken metric of this criteria. Anytime volatility has expanded and started a contraction phase paired with an upside pivot on stochastics, that has actually been measured on the 5-day chart here. Massive chart. Okay, throughout the entire trading history of the BBBY asset, and out of the 35 times, 25 have been guessed correctly to the upside. That gives us a 71%, almost 71.5% accuracy with a 62.55% upside thrust over the span of about a month and a half. Who knows? Let me see if this can actually help us here. So 62.55. Let me see how I measured my iterations. I need to make sure to maintain consistency here. Oh, good. Okay. All right. So, wow. So my iterations are marked at any sign of contraction, not particularly to below the 90 percentile. At any sign of contraction, I'm getting that, and there is already. Oh wait, I'm sorry. You got to look over here. Yes, we have it. So that means that the move has already started. Okay, so the signal fired. Let's see. Oh crap! I hope it didn't already complete the move. So the move technically fired right over here at the opening of this candle. Let me get rid of this thing. At the opening of this candle, man. They opened up my data again. Like, get out of here. That's ridiculous. Oh, dude. Look where we are. So 64 spot, 76%. The move is almost completed. It's suggesting a top side of 36.99. So we were all, man, if I were already charting BBBY and I had access to my data like I do now for some freaking demonic reason, right? I have no idea why the data shows now, right? So we would have known from down here that we were about to make a move upwards of 36 cents, 37 cents. So it's very interesting that it's finding resistance where we are right now when the data was already suggesting that. So the thing is that I was not calculating then. This was on January 15th, 2023 when I took this back test. So when I was charting this, I didn't keep into account the standard deviation metrics, right? So I would have to recalculate all of it and then see what the upper bound, or I actually what the standard deviation is in general. So you know, so that I can see what that potential is. Look at that. What? Hold on. Oh my God! I thought it showed up there, but no. BBBYQ is entirely different ticker with the same price action. So we are that, man. That's another iteration now added to this. So it just proved it again that it was correct. And let's see. Yeah, this was one invalid, so that would be 36. It would be then 25 correct. Then right now is now 37 and one more correct. Wow. Okay, so it's not gonna move too much, but yeah, the stats are playing exactly the way they should. Jeez. SOUN. Dude, hold on just a sec. J-Pong, QBTS. They both doing pretty well today. Yeah, team. So yeah. And look at this. It was the same situation. Historic lows when we were here. And we're literally at that historic low again. This proved right. Oh goodness. That's awesome, but I'm really upset that I never had access. I'm going to take a screenshot of this actually, because that's so unfortunate that I lost my data based on this turning into a what was it, OTC, right? Let me do hold on just a sec, team. Let me just get the screenshot of this thing because I really need my data. I hate that I don't have access to my data because of something so silly as that. Right, so, and it's going to be really tough for, if it disappears again for some stupid ass reason, it's going to be really difficult for me to catch every single one of these metrics here. And I don't want to do that over again because trust me, I have tens of millions and millions of tickers that I've done this to, right? So it's like work done for nothing. The ticker disappeared and nothing showed up here anymore. So that's why I stopped charting BBBY in general, because I didn't have access to my data. Yeah, I know, dude. So they just got acquired. They got acquired recently by I forgot who, and they got saved, right? So I assume that they're about to try to meet compliance, which is why they're allowing visibility to their original ticker. I don't know, but it's just, it wasn't available to me before, right? So damn, we're getting the pullback from literally 99% the statistical move. That is so impressive. That's why I hate losing my data, team, because then I won't know. Like my edge comes with quantitative analysis, right? It really shows up there. Aside from the fact that I have a strong discretion, whatever, it showed. Damn it. Overstock? Yeah, Overstock was the one who, yeah, that's right, who acquired them. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you, Zephram. Daryl, appreciate you guys. So, yeah, that BBIG above 220, yeah, man. I mean, first we got to get over the dollar mark, right? But this is also, let me see. This is preparing for ascending triangle breakout. So that oh, dude, the target for that is enormous. That is so big. Okay, so we're at the resistance right now of the ascending triangle. So let me just enlighten you a bit here and give you the top side target, because that could be the broadening descending wedge. Tops. Oh yeah, right. Sorry. There's a broadening descending wedge. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. This is a buy formation breakout, right? So in its two different time frames that the bulls are looking at this from, that is enormously just curious, right? So this is the daily here, right? This is the broadening descending wedge. We got the breakout here. The take profit for this wedge is, of course, the genesis of the formation, right? So now we're also observing on the 5-day time frame from that breakout an ascending triangle, of which has a price objective by taking the trend line from the top side of the price action to the very lower end of the triangle, and then you apply it to the top side as resistance, and look where it takes you, right? So it's very curious that we're getting that target too. Like that's super confluence, man. That's crazy confluence. Okay, so let's see this, and of freaking course. Of course, we have that located there. The 1.618 at 142, that gives us a range of resistance here, team. That's I expect this to happen within the next couple months, right? So for BBBY to reach its 164 target. So this, or you know what? I'm gonna just tighten it up a bit. I'm gonna just go ahead and put it up to here, right there. This would essentially be it. 142 to 171. This is confluence like no other, team. We're talking about two different formations with their price objectives matching, and the 1.618 on a 5-day. That's not cool. That's absolutely bullish. And I'm wondering if this would be the top side of the standard deviation, or the upper bound of the first standard deviation. So Overstock is rebranding as Bed Bath & Beyond. So Overstock domain will redirect traffic to the new Bed Bath & Beyond website. And the company hopes to, let's see, to over the Overstock name for good. Wow. That is awesome. That is very cool. You heard it here, team. We're already at the take profit from the first, from the mean. Right, I expect a pullback from this area here, come back and test a zone of about 32.97, potentially back down to the space of 27.98. So these two zones here, that's where I expect a pullback. But the thing is that it could still pump to the upside ever so slightly. We still have a little more room, okay? But I do have to say that this is macro bullish, and it is of high probability that in the coming months, this can succeed this top side here, this range. So 142 to 171. Thank you for having me look at it, by the way. It's just, you know, the markets, man. Very cool stuff to look at. Anyway, so, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at it. What's up, Steve? How you doing? So they only acquired the BBBY website, as far as I remember, not the actual stores and whatnot. So they're going to change their name entirely, right? They're going to be known. Overstock is now going to be officially known as BBBY. Sorry, let's go ahead and come back to this zone here. So yeah, I'm so happy, team. I'm so happy to have my data back, because that's it's like you're taking away things of mine when you like you just, you know, it's an invalid ticker. It would say that it was an invalid ticker when you would go to BBBY. And that's like, it was really unfortunate because I had so much analysis on this. Like, guys, I really, like, I have serious back tests for this, and I don't know if you guys remember, but let me see. Let me see if I have, hold on. This is a very old, let me see. I hope it doesn't shine white, right? So, yeah, this was it right here. Let's see, minimum 3 bearish engulfing. Yeah, this is when I said that we were likely to fall. And let's see. So this is the top side right here. Yeah, that was totally it. So I know it's hard to see everything, but I still remember, like if it was just yesterday, this trend line here that is very hard to see. I was expecting to look at it still, right? That one right there. This was essentially a back test that I performed, and this target here of 960 was right where I signaled enter. So I signaled for retail to enter here when I only had around maybe, I don't know, 100 followers on Twitter. I was only on Twitter. So I suggested to enter at $9 and then another entry at $11.30 because this was set to make a pretty substantial upside move near that. It was in another time frame, right? It was near the 4-spot 618. Located at, I think, okay, the top side target here was $30. The 4-spot 618 was suggesting $29.52. So I said that this is likely to make a move based on a cup and handle on a 12-hour, based on so many other things. It was, I think, also there was a fundamental something coming out. I pretty much rated it an A+ trade for a 100% move to the upside, 111 spot 31% to be exact. And I signal entry at $9 and again at $11. And then that thing took off the next 2 days, all the way up to $30 where it got halted. So it got halted at $30, and I literally told everybody to take profit at $29.52 at the 4-spot 618. I got probably 200 followers from that because nobody could believe that I was able to call that, and it was not even that. It was just that it's a broadening it was an ascending broadening wedge, and the top side of 29.52 was also the resistance of the wedge, and it was test number 3, and I said likely to capitulate afterward, right? So yeah, I've been tracking BBBY for a while, right, team? And this was really in my first month of having a Twitter. So I only had a Twitter. So so you can only imagine how happy I am to see all my data back, right? So I have a lot of things to study for this, right? But yeah, I did cover BBBY for a while. So they might reopen some of the better stores. That's cool. Not bad. So I know they started with an intellectual property acquisition a few weeks ago. They seem to be doing acquisition. Oh, okay, that's cool. Can you predict a squeeze on FNGR now? This is, I kind of signaled it. So, okay, well, first of all, that's a really interesting question, and I don't think, you're not a master student, right, Berenson? You're not one of the master students? Hold on. Three-day channel breakout. Which one could? Well, what's the date today, team? Today's the 17th. 7/17. I'm not sure if it was this one here. So I can't actually find it, but I did about 2 weeks before it started. So, and that was to the master students. So based on a repeating fractal that AMC and GME and so many other tickers followed. So it's particular to this. It's right, we have a downside here, right? This is the capitulation event before we face an upside, right? Now the detail here is that there is a very interesting set of fractals happening within these tickers, right? So this touch plus this touch plus this touch here, these three peaks are very particular to this situation. Before we faced a downside, a reaccumulation, we have the reaccumulation, sorry, right here, and then we were going to get that upside, right? So I think if Sebastian is here, I'm not sure exactly when I mentioned it to the students, and I'm not sure if it was actually Sebastian's track, but it was within here somewhere. I said that we would likely fall, and then if, you know, history has anything to say, then that would be the time where this is going to take off for a huge run. And that was around 2 weeks before it happened. And just if you are curious over this, let's just kind of show it here the way that I'm talking about, right? So on this ticker here, and I specifically said it to my students. I said I don't want to talk about this because it's going to present a hopium, and I don't want to be responsible for someone believing that something like this is going to happen, right? But this has happened several times before, and not in more than one ticker. So we have the downside, right? Let me and then we have that reaccumulation period, right? So let me bring this up like this, right? So that you can see just how like similar it is. So we have now that touch, and remember, this was back in my day when I used to practice fractal analysis. I don't do that so much anymore, but I notice them when they do show up, right? So we have the three peaks right here, right? We have the downside, reaccumulation, three peaks, downside, right? So we have that we have literally just this capitulation here to reaccumulate. Then I don't know how this happened here, but we gapped up, right? So whatever this is, the drawback was right here. Then we took off, right? So this iteration is exactly the way it happened with FNGR, and it didn't happen once. It happened more than 4 times in AMC. So here's another one. Here's the drop, the liftoff, right? We actually have the peak number 1 right here, peak number 2, peak number 3, right? We have the semi drop here, lift off, reaccumulate, and go, right? So it happened again right there, right? So I'm sorry that it's getting a little messy here, right? So I just kind of want to show you what I was looking at and what I showed my master's students. And when I showed this, Sebastian was like, he was like, oh, no way. He was like, what? Finger, go finger, right? And then some of the other students were like, no way, like it's happening. And I said, yes, it is. Like, it's just, I'm not sure that I can't prove it, right? But if history is repeating itself, then we're about to face a massive run for FNGR and for AMC and for everything else. And notice that the news catalysts are starting to speak of a squeeze happening within AMC, just like it did in 2021. It's very similar what's happening. So I proved it even more, right? So here was the decline. We get that upside there, right? I'm sorry that it's all the way zoomed in. We have a peak number 1 right over here, peak number 2 right here, peak number 3, right? We have that very same the drop here, right? Reaccumulate, pull back, and take off. So this is what this is what I mean, team. Okay, so it's just. GME faced the same fractal as well, and then now FNGR faced it too. And mind you, this is a 500% run already. So you know, I don't want to say I predicted it. I just want to say that there was clear indication that there could be a repeating fractal here. That's all, right? I don't want to be known as the person who called the squeeze. It doesn't matter. I don't really play squeezes in general, right? So it presents a lot of hopium. It's they're pretty much lottery shots. You know, they're hard. They're very difficult to track too, right? So also the potential for these squeezes to happen. We're finally entering a market cycle in which we could identify those, right? So it just so happened that here at the top side, this was already June, right? So then we got that pump to the upside to reclaim what was $52 back here, right? Back in September 2021. September 2021. September. Let's go to the SPY. Take a look at this. Okay? What month is it here when we face that upside? That's December 2021. So September 2021 was right back here. Right? We had this huge decline before an enormous upside. And then just a couple months later, we declined. So it's not really, yes, there is a short thesis, I get it. There are synthetics, I get it. But it was also the beginning of a bear market cycle, of which lasted for 3 years after that. Right, so it's. I understand, right? There's a huge negative sentiment behind it. I understand, but it's just that this area here, there's no way that AMC was going to continue to the upside despite whatever other idea there was. We were entering a bear market cycle, and everything under NYSE, everything under the Nasdaq, everything under the Dow, everything under anything is gonna capitulate. Right, so that's why. I mean, we're facing the pressures of the blue chips here. We were talking about capitulating Apple, capitulating Nvidia, capitulating Microsoft, capitulating everything, guys. It was ticker symbol FB at the time for Meta, right? All of those were capitulating. They're of course going to pressure AMC down. So for the fact that it could actually maintain like this, that's really impressive considering how far everything else fell. But eventually it was going to have to give way, right? So I can't speak like that to everyone, because then, you know, we get a lot of negative sentiment behind it. It's like, no, the naked shorts and this and that. Yeah, sure, of course. But that is paired with a bear market cycle. So if we're starting I'm talking a world event downside here. I'm talking a macro event downside, not naked short downside. This is bigger than a naked short. It's bigger. It's a worldwide event that we faced to the downside. It's not the narrative. It's not the narrative of nefarious acting. Of course it's gonna play, right? It's definitely gonna play. But the thing is that everything under the freaking SPY and the NDX, everything fell. There's nothing we can do about that. So right there, of course, this is gonna be shark territory. It's gonna be the bear territory. They're gonna start playing every trick to hide their nefarious actions with a bear market cycle. But within this area here, guys, their actions as naked shorting are going to stop, because now they're going to be long biased, right? So now anytime that anyone wants to get short the market, they're going to get squeezed out. This is not the time to short broader market, right? So just to put it out to you like that, like I really I paired this because I said 2 years ago when I was barely learning, that I said that if the momentum carries on the way that it does on the NDX, then we are set to be in this path for the next 2 years until September 2023. And that we can see a massive recovery from there. And we're already in July, and we're seeing that massive recovery in the S&P and the NDX and everything. So I guess I was already studying the right way, right? When I first started, when I barely started. Right, so no one knew me back then. No one would even care what I would say, right? But yeah, this was facing a very particular fractal, and one that's very notable in meme stocks in particular. So that right here. Yeah, the team, the master students were all they were shocked that this was happening, right? And it's happening again. Actually, it's happening again. I'm not going to say where, but it's already starting in several tickers. Several tickers are showing it. So it's just I can't present that because this is false hope. I don't practice fractal analysis. I practice data. So if the data suggests it, I will definitely say it. But if it's fractal analysis, this is why I kept it to only the master students. So they were the only ones who knew 2 weeks prior to a run. But it's just, I have to do that, team, because if I say that to like 13,000 people here, we're going to get a lot of people to really say, Arca said so we got to go. Like, no, team, no. That's the last thing I want. I really suggest, you know, we're gonna become rich paper traders. All right. Anyway, that's it for that rant. Sorry for the banter there, but it's just I really have such a sour taste for AMC, right? So it's just a lot of crap within there that I do not care for, right, team? But anyway, we're not there anymore, team. Let's see what VIRI is doing. Did we actually get that bounce or what, right? So yeah, we in fact did. Nice. Okay. Cool. So yeah, we talked about 177 to 180. We got 179 touch. We're sitting at about 187 now. Cool. This is what we were waiting for, team. Okay, so let's just we have to just play it with utter patience here, right? Because I mean, there's a lot going against VIRI right now, but also there's the news that we're facing, right? That's going to come out soon. So yeah, but it still hasn't come out. I'm wondering when they're going to come out with it. I know the hype has died down on GNS, but it still has a low float. Let's see, it still has a low float, and I'm not sure if we've found a bottom yet. Let's see. Sorry, buddy. I know you've been asking me. Right, so I'm gonna pull that up for you, right? So GNS, that's Roger Hamilton, right? He's the, if I remember correctly, he's a really outgoing guy. The CEO of this ticker. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, I remember speaking about this not too long ago. AMC is definitely the past. Yeah, oh my goodness, dude. Yeah. If I knew what I knew today, I would have already said it. Like, take the 52. Like, this is likely going to go to the downside. You don't even want to pull up, like, for the master students who are here, you don't even want to pull up volatility versus momentum in this area here. Like, you'll see it. Like, you'll notice that now that you know how to read charts, this is a bull trap. Right, so that's it. It's just because that's how it goes. It's just the bear markets are gonna bring the trickeries of the bears, and that's it. Right, we have to identify when we are at that market or not, and that's final. Right, so it's just either we're in a bull cycle or we're not, and we have to treat the holding, the HODL, the HODL. Right, we have to treat that accordingly. So we have to be in a bull market in order for us to face that kind of pressure to the upside. Arca, howdy to you. So what up, team? I see I already missed 12 minutes of fun. 12 minutes? No way. Bro, I've been on for I would say about 2 hours now. Yeah, we saw I have to look at GNS, right? But yeah, we did see BBYG, and 2 hours 34 minutes before closing this bullish engulfing here, team. I was already impressed that BBYG is holding this, right? But this is set to make another move to the upside, of which I see resistance coming up at a range between 255 and about 268. And this was another one that I signaled down here. I am talking about 2 days or 3 days prior to this run. I put up a tweet, right? So that was particular, I think July 1st, actually. July 1st was a Saturday. So it was right in here where I said, yeah, BBYG has a very notable bi-daily setup of volatility versus momentum. This is likely to move onwards and upwards. So from that right there, this happened, of course. And then, yeah. But remember that we're getting the support from the broader markets. So GNS, let's look. This is nice. We're getting a first green bar here, but I do have to say that this is so damn slow. And I did mention, too, that there was a high probability of finding a floor or at one soon when I last looked at this last week. So I am still under that belief, but it's just, this is just mad. I mean, this is already 1 day. Yeah, you're looking at already about 9 days of, oh, no, sorry, like cumulative total, like, depends on when the 5 days started, right? So I would say upwards of 9 days of just some sideways trading, very boring sideways trading, right? I understand we got that 82 touch, but those moves to the upside are not significant enough to pressure things to the upside. We would need things like this to pressure things to the upside. So when it falls from this area here and it continues to the downside like that, that's an obvious flash for momentum, and it'll likely continue to the downside, right? But GNS is essentially floored. I am not gonna deny you that for sure, right? But as far as when this can make a move, that's entirely dependent on the sentiment here, right? So let me see if we can even look at a potential here, right? So 30-minute time frame, getting that nice upside, right? But if you focus on the 30-minute time frame, like momentum, then you'll start noticing that there's like not real, like absolute explosive growth like there has been before, right? So this what I'm talking about here, this is momentum, right? That's real price action here. This is price action, right? So, but look at what's happening now. This is all consolidation, right? So while I am happy that we're getting an upside pivot on MACD, it's still not significant enough for me to believe that this is going to make a massive continuation. Could there be news coming up? Sure, maybe. I don't know, right? But the 30-minute time frame is suggesting an upside here on stochastics. Hourly time frame already bleeding, right? So I'm sorry, the 30-minute is bleeding into the hourly. Bi-hourly time frame is up. It's reactive to it. But like I said, it's not enough, right? So we need absolute push from the immediate short-term timeframes to suggest or to influence the upper timeframes. So if anything, this is still playing a range. I would say anywhere between the top side of the previous day high, which is the 76.43, to the previous day low. That would be our chop box here, and it's very clear, 67.33. Okay, but if you are curious about this ticker making an upside move in general, I would have to favor the bulls, sure, because it is overextended, it is way oversold, and it could be facing some upside in the future. I just don't know when, because this has drastically slowed down, right? So let's pull up the screener here and pull up GNS real fast and see just how much movement it's had, right? So right. Let's type that in again. How is that not, what? What do you, oh, right. This, again. Okay, so GNS has, I mean, that's not bad, but it's just, why don't I believe it? 4 cents in average true range, right? So, yeah, team, I mean, it's already half the moving average. It's already half the ATR now, over half, right? So, yeah, like I said, 75 would be the top side of the range. So for an average true range, right? So it is kind of facing that on a daily basis too. So yeah, the fact that it's at an oversold, it is. It's I don't know fundamentally what this is even about. So if it's undervalued, I guess maybe, right? It depends on the fundamental metrics for this. I can see that it's had a what? It missed reporting earnings, so there could be a mistrust here on retail. Okay, so it missed several earnings reports, like the reporting, and it recently started reporting earnings, and we're back to earnings season. So I'm curious to see if this thing is even going to release another earnings report. Right, so keep an eye on this. Okay, just know that it is kind of facing a reaccumulation period, but it's very slow. FNGR getting that bounce that we were looking for, right? Nice. Let's see. Okay, 6 hour time frame, very, very bullish. Could it be? Yeah, this is a 6 hour pennant. Something like this. Oh, those were the old lines. Let me go ahead and put it down like this, right? So yeah, so this is a 6 hour pennant, and I do expect there to be a breakout soonish. We're already at the apex, right? So 2 hours 27 minutes, there may be one. There may actually be a recovery here to the upside, team. But yeah, overall, this is extremely bullish. And let's go ahead and get a price objective, right? So we can go ahead and take the top side of the triangle. Arguably, it would be here, right? But we can always assume here too. And we can apply that to the breakout zone. Let's just say the next 6-hour iteration. That's taking us to 987. And 982 is the top side, is the all-time high. So, yeah, that's very curious. Yeah, okay. Yeah, not bad, not bad. It would essentially take us to the top side of the range there. Wow. Okay, so 987 would be right here. Yeah, that would be the next leg up, man. That would be it. Let's see. I think Sebastian Lim was also talking about $9 in the Discord. So if I were to put a resistance range, I would say 920 to 985. Right? So this is going to be a very important area. More so than as a resistance. The reason why I'm saying that this is going to be important is because price action would essentially use it to validate a continuation. So this would essentially meet the upside target of 1281. I mean, first is going to retrace, right? But I'm saying that, first we're going to come up here and then we're going to come back and validate the current highs of 715. And then we're going to move up to this target here where we are at 1282. And then we would use this range here as a validation area, right? We're going to reaccumulate within this zone here. And as soon as we have some type of confirmation that it is a viable support, right, then we can actually make the move to break upside of this, test near the all-time high, revalidate here again for another consolidation period, right? It's going to be a little slow moving, but it's okay. And then we would continue onwards and upwards, right? So this is traditional. It's normal for price action to do this. It's legs. It's literally stairs, right? So yeah, the power hour could introduce it, right? So yeah, so that's kind of what I'm looking at there, team. So just watch out. It looks like we could be making a pretty nice move to the upside. Okay, so yeah, bro. Let me look at that ticker for you. LIXT. Let's look at it real quick. So NASDAQ ticker. Let's look at the daily. Wow. Okay. Let me see this. Okay. I want you to pay attention to a few things here. First of all, we're in a huge bullish formation. It's good, right? I like it. But look at all these wicks. You see these wicks? Those are all liquidity traps, right? And they're liquidity traps for the longs. And I am noticing that there's one happening right now too, right, aside from these. But besides that, I see that we're clearly in some type of bullish reaccumulation here, right? And that's that same wedge that we always look at. It's from this candle here down to this point. Are we at resistance or not? Okay, actually, this may not be at resistance just yet. I would say like this. Oh, I see it. Yeah, something along the lines of this here. Plus, I would say, yeah, not bad. Plus this. Okay, so this is a broadening descending wedge, just like, literally from the... wow, except that this one's been going since late 2020, and then capitulated. Very interesting. So at the start of the bear market cycle, yeah, it capitulated, but it rallied to test the top side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is starting to look a little speculative here. I don't like the 6th test and 7th test of broadening descending wedges, because sometimes they can present a huge just terrible narrative, right? So this LIXT has experienced just recently here an RS 1 to 30, 1 to 10 ratio. There is news. Let's see, 2 hours ago. Biotechnology shares rise 25% on LB100 cancer treatment research. Okay, so here's my question to you, right? So my overall question to you is, do you actually believe that the news, I'm not asking you personally, think of it as you being a broader market psychologist, right? You're evaluating the psychology of the entire asset altogether, everyone all at once. Is this news worthy for a continuation to the upside? Is it that big of news? And I am asking you genuinely because I don't know, right? But if it is, then there is a powerful narrative here for it to succeed the upside. But if it isn't, then this would be a bull trap again. Okay, so it's running on news, but I'm not sure if I'm really not sure if it's powerful enough for us to consider it being a good play or not, right? Let's see this. I thought I saw something here. It's very hard to read this, right? It doesn't have like the most clear indications of formation, right? So I would really like to see wicks, but this could, it may, oh my goodness, it may be breaking out right now from this falling wedge, and there would be a retracement to look at here if it hasn't already happened, but we're trading it on the 3-day. 583 could be a drawback here or a drawdown, and then upon that retest, I don't know that it is going to do it, right? But upon that retest, this thing has some serious targets to look at. First of all, let's just say that the next 3-day iteration would be the one where the breakout happens. That would essentially take us to, I would give it a resistance range like this to this gap here. Right, so that would be resistance 1 for this. We have also, remember, the center of the triangle would present the second set of bulls that are trading this, right? In the event to where it does continue on. So then if we look at this breakout from this point, that lines up with the resistance of the top side of the wedge. So yeah, and it looks like it may have already suggested or filled that today. Right, this topside target, so which is why we're seeing this, and I know that I can still be a little tighter with that, with the price, right, just like this. Yeah, so it suggested 951. This thing touched 974, so very close to the target. That's already fair. That's fair. It realized. Okay, so and also the first, the breakout candle here, which would be this one here, that is probably where we're currently sitting. I'm sorry, it went a little too far. Oh, it's sitting under it, right? So yeah, and it already realized all 3 targets have been realized, right? So I'm sorry, all the 2 initial targets have been realized, and since we are coming back to the zone here, I can probably adjust this and suggest that this would have been the resistance touch, right? This would have essentially been the resistance for a retracement here and reaccumulation. So yeah, like I said, is the news good enough? I'm not sure, but this formation would suggest a breakout. And if it is going to experience a breakout, then we would be taking profit from this formation itself at 58.18 in the coming months. Right? So, we have to seriously start breaking market structure here because it just double topped here, okay? And that usually presents a pretty negative price action. So yeah, man, that's what I'm seeing on this. I hope that some of this could at least help, right? But immediate short-term time frame pullback, it's already probably at that pullback range. You don't think that the news is good enough? Yeah, so that's why I'm feeling like that it could be, that could have been a liquidity trap, right? Especially since it's the 5th test of the resistance. And very likely for it to come back down. I'm not sure how far down it can go, right? But the 15-minute time frame is essentially nosediving here, The 30-minute time frame is showing that there is still a little bit of downside to go. The hourly showing downside, bi-hourly showing upside, and the 3 and 4 hour are showing a potential upside. Okay, so yeah, it may want to come back. It may want to come back to validate that support, but I'm not sure how far down it can go. Maybe 633 to 583 could be the zone to look out for reaccumulation, right? So let me see. So yeah, let me put it down here like that. So let's just say like 630 to around 583. That could be a reloading zone. And yeah. Oh, right. The SMA 50 is located right at that bottom side. Highly likely for it to touch one of those zones. Okay, the SMA 200 is located at 657. That's a clear indication that you can find support there. And also the SMA 50 is very notable. Okay, so that's also right at the bottom side of our range that we're suggesting here. So in a discretionary manner, I think the moving averages are agreeing with us, right? So yeah, keep an eye on this, dude. I'm not the biggest fan because of the 5th test failure, but there's still 2 hours to go on this candle. That doesn't mean that it's gonna rip to the upside. It just means that there's still a glare of hopium here to realize the upside at least for one more day. And then if we're resisting at that top side, then that'll be a clear indication of exhaustion for the bulls, and then it'll continue to the downside. No, not a problem, brother. I understand. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. So Destiny saying, I missed your AMC talk. I will revisit later. I'm a bag holder from last year. Thanks, Arca, for your AMC analysis. Yeah, not a problem. Right. I'm strategically exiting that ticker as we speak. Right. So and that's a 2-year hold. So yeah, not a problem. I totally hear you. Okay, team. So let's see. Berenson saying, go FNGR, go baby, needs some more new shoes. Also, if possible, can we look at SOUN? So we looked at SOUN yesterday in the master's course, right? And we were just super amazed by how bullish this is looking, right? So this is potentially at a floor, right? So my downside thesis was to get down to this level here to face a support touch. It didn't quite reach that zone that we were looking at, right? 342, and I was talking about a potential 335, right? So 7 cents off from my target here. We could have already reaccumulated for a continuation to the upside. GP up 40%, $4.88. Commercial electric vehicles play up on news. Damn, so the EV sector is actually pushing, huh? Oh my goodness. Yeah, so SOUN reaccumulated just ever so shy from my bottom side target. This is where I was talking about to the team yesterday in the Arc Masters course, right? So we did get a slight downside. It's just unfortunate that it didn't reach down here, right? But yeah, I think this is set to make some pretty exponential moves to the upside, and those of which I just yeah, my bias is very bullish for this ticker. Okay, dude. So bi-hourly time frame upside pivot already. 4-hour time frame already reactive to that bi-hourly. The 6 hour is going to have to follow, and the 8 hour is going to have to follow. But there's enough push in the shorter time frames to get this thing to start moving. Okay, so yeah, I'm liking this, right? It's going to be a little slow to get there eventually, but I'm definitely liking it. And the loading zone was just passed. So did we check GTBP today? No, but you know what? Let's give it a quick look. So GTBP. Sorry, team, if I have missed you. I just, you know how it goes. You know how it goes. Nice. GTBP actually realizing what we talked about, right? So let's see here. Target already reached on one of them. Wow. Okay, yeah, so remember, team, that we're doing a buy formation breakout here, if I remember correctly. The target number 1 has already been reached. The second target, based on the breakout from this falling wedge, is set to be realized at this bottom side. So 43.61, which would be the bottom side of the range, right? So that's it looks like we're headed right for that. Right, so huge hammer candle here, that very good quality long wick, Daily time frame looking like it already reached our inflection zone one time. So we're knocking at that door. And I'm bullish this asset. GTBP is I see this continuing upward and onward for at least this week. So yeah, man, this is very good. 30-minute time frame upside already there. Hourly time frame about to be reactive to it. So there's even a new wave starting again from the 30-minute. Because the 4-hour and the bi-hourly are still showing the initial waves upside. 6-hour time frame, upside pivot. 8-hour time frame, upside pivot. Critical volatility. Look at this upside pivot in the bullish control zone. Increasing volatility on the 12-hour. Daily time frame, increasing volatility, upside pivot. Massive bullish cross on the MACD, upside of the SMA 14 on the RSI. And of course, we have officially DMI support on the daily. That's massively powerful. I expect this to touch upwards of 43.61 in the coming days. And yeah, dude, good job keeping an eye on this. You're so close jumping out of VIRI. What's going down with that ticker now? Yeah, 187, right? So it's maintaining, guys. We got that bounce that we were looking for, right? So I'm gonna have to see what the charts say. Just at market close. I need to just see, right? So what's FNGR doing? So FNGR facing that little bit of a pullback from resistance, no problem, it happens. I don't see this as a threat whatsoever. In fact, what's the daily time frame? Let's see. We are 3.68% up on the day. Still looking good. Not bad, team. Okay, and VOCL, what you doing? Ooh, VOCL continuing. Nice. Okay. All right, team. I'm liking it a lot. Let's see the broader markets real quick. TQQQ 44.99. Damn, that's incredible. There's also a little bit of weakness coming in too, as you can see that the candles are huge, and then they're starting to minimize in size, right? So I get it. 11 days still left for this candle to realize, but I can't help but to notice what's happening, right? So there's a bearish divergence happening right now, okay, team? So if you don't know what that is, let me just show you. One way to look for a bearish divergence is within price action versus volume. Okay, you can do price action versus momentum as well, but in this case, we're going to use volume. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull up the visibility here on the volume profile, and I want you to notice something. Okay, so this is the start of that huge ascent, right? So notice that the that the volume is on a clear downtrend here while we're making an upside. That is a bearish divergence. Okay, so that's something that you should keep an eye on as a trader, that you should always be aware of. Okay, so yeah, I noticed BBYQ was just ripping, right? Nice, man, nice. I was expecting this from the beginning of July, and it's a very powerful setup. Where the hell is it? Yeah, it was a very powerful setup on the buy daily time frame of BBYQ, right? This one right here. This is where I suggested. I said, guys, look at this. EMA 3 and SMA 14. I'm literally pointing down here because we had an upside pivot, a tiny little one. And I'm like, yep, I haven't seen that in a while, right? So, and then also with volatility component was already starting to contract. I said, mathematically speaking, this is set to make an upside, and a pretty notable one at that, right? So, and it's not even, it barely started. So, yeah, this thing still has, it's the buy daily. Here we go. This right here. So the buy daily setup presented a pretty nice opportunity here, of which I still haven't actually, I started but I haven't finished my calculations just yet. So, yeah, this thing is probably setting up to make a macro breakout. And what I mean by that is this wedge. This massive falling wedge right here could be coming to a realization soon in a theater near you. Right? So, yeah, that's it's looking incredibly strong. I'm very impressed. I mean, it's about time that it does return at least a little bit of something, right? It's a lot different from these iterations here. These were all ladders. Okay, and remember what I say, team, that anytime you surpass the third iteration of a ladder, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all those start increasing the probabilities of a retracement. And that is particular to ladders, not any formation theory. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 consolidation, right? It's breaking out. It's breaking out accordingly. It's not bad. Yeah, man. We looked at COSM too. COSM currently. Oh my goodness, man. It's that inflection zone, man. 298, 297. That's a huge demand zone. It's still rejecting from it, but you have to pair this. You have to pair this with broader markets, right? So let's look at this. Okay, so we're starting to get some very nice price action on the Russell. 2 hours and 7 minutes. We're going to close a bullish engulfing here. That is likely why this upside that we're facing right now is likely why we're facing a little bit of an upside on COSM. So this is the index futures, the micro E-mini Russell 2000 index futures contracts, right? So I explained that there's a larger move to keep an eye on this, okay? Because we see the golden cross just happened on both index futures and the ETF spot price action, right? So we have a golden cross happening in both of these, and that would suggest a pretty massive upside. So we need an extremity of upside here. Okay, in order for this to start facing some serious pressure to the upside. Because anytime you get these types of drops, the shorts are going to try to take advantage as a final hoorah here, right? So just, yeah, you have to be careful. You have to look at your indices, look at your futures price action, right? Because this will indicate if your ticker is going to face pressure, right? So if you're trading Solana in crypto, look at BTC. Or whatever else, right? Because likely, if BTC faces pressure, it'll impact Ethereum, which Ethereum has its own fair share of things built under it, right? So if it's affected there, then at some point here and there, it may have an outperformance, but overall, it would still show some downside pressures, as we've seen, right? Ethereum had a $5,000 high. It's now not $5,000. Bitcoin was $70,000 at 69K. It is now not 69K. So yeah, when we face those downsides, team, everything, the indices rule the world here. Okay, so even the OTCs have some of them have an index to look at, but most of them are decentralized. USD DXY falling a little good for small caps. So yeah, the DXY falling is particularly good for risk on assets. So meaning that if you're trading Nvidia, Apple, Amazon, those showing an upside, that's risk on. Right, so that would be favorable towards them. Okay, now if we start getting an incline, right, because I can see the DXY reaching low 90s, right? So it can reach pretty much low 90s here, and then it'll face a bounce. So when we do get that bounce, that is likely going to be risk off. Okay, so that would be exit position for reaccumulation. And in that moment, when we start getting capitulation and an increase of DXY, that is when the DXY and the OTCs, right, will start facing an upside. And we're not far from that, right? We're not far from that to face some type of reaccumulation, right? Let's just look at the DXY real quick. Yeah. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 and consolidating. There could still be one more downside to go, as the bi-hourly is showing bleeding here. 4-hour time frame is starting to suggest an upside. Let me just, I hate that. I need to switch it. Okay, 4-hour time frame is showing an upside here. Let's see the 8-hour. Upside in the 8-hour. 30-minute is still. That's really weird. Okay. I don't even, hourly time frame downside too. Bi-hourly time frame downside. Okay, so I see. Yeah, this is set to make another downside. And I think this is because we have 1, 2, 3, and this being either 4 or 5. Usually 4 or 5 would get a bigger bounce because the probabilities start increasing as you drop in ladders, right? So this may actually make another ladder down. And this is, I was speaking of, let me see. No way, can it? I mean, that would be massive. Several support zones on the way down, but I mean, eventually, bro, with the downside pressure just starting, yeah, I would have to say about 95.70 could be the final area here. 95.70. That's a long way down. That means we have a lot of bull action to go in for risk assets. Wow. Yeah, I'm not convinced that this is the last one. I still see the DXY falling even more. And yeah, I'm going to have to stick to my guns on that, particularly because of the 4-hour EMA 21 resistance that faced. And now the 4-hour conversion of the SMA 10 into a resistance as well. That's not looking too hot. Okay, so yeah, team, if you're trading broader markets, here's my IWM ticker, right? So, I mean, we're getting that upside. Right, so this is good. We're getting the upside while the DXY is starting to fall. Okay, so that's, I mean, it would be better for us to evaluate the DXY against risk assets on the weekly. Right, so the weekly time frame, as you can see here, we're barely starting the bearish cross. We have 2 bars of red being printed now. We just fell below the SMA 14. We're increasing volatility with a downside pivot on the weekly. That's pretty strong. Okay, so yeah, I definitely am seeing a continuation to the downside here. And this is a failed triangle. Wow, I'm just noticing it. Check it out. I mean, technically it's a continuation formation, right? So this is what I'm seeing here on the DXY. This is the triangle that we're currently facing resistance from, or facing the downside pressure from. Okay, so look at this. The target I would think may be used with this. Let's take it from the breakout candle, and look where it's taking us. 95.93. What did I say just before? I said 95.80. Yep. Yeah, that's it's meeting. I literally said 95.80 right down here. And the formation theory is giving us that same thing. Let's see what we have down there. What about the 3-day? No, I'm sorry, the bi-weekly maybe? Or even the monthly or bi-monthly. Wow, okay, yeah, that couldn't be more confluent in the world. Back-to-back bearish engulfings. So 1-2 iterations of bearish engulfings. This is going to close in a month still. We still have a ways to go. But that downside is very, very confluent with the EMA 55 on the bi-monthly. Highly likely to face that downside pressure. That's a lot of upside for the markets, guys. And that's a lot of upside for Bitcoin too. I think Bitcoin can continue, actually, now. Wow. Nice. Thank you for having me look at this as well. We now know direction. Okay, so I'm a big fan over what's happening. All right, team. And AMC, where you at? Still struggling. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and call it here, team. I definitely have to make my way. Nice QBTS with a nice. My goodness, I love it. FNGR. On a 4-hour time frame. Yeah, I mean, we're remember what I was talking about here, right? We're within this pennant. This is a bullish setup, man. We're at the apex here, and the target to be looked at is actually 981. So yeah, FNGR looking pretty good, pretty good. Yeah. So team, yeah, let's go ahead and call it here, team. I got to definitely wake up my little guy as I almost have him back in line, right? So I mean, on Friday, we streamed like at 9 something. Today we got back to at least 8:20, right? I want to get back to 7:30, then 6, maybe. I have 6:30. I mean, it's just, we got to get him back on schedule. All right, team. So, but yeah, I appreciate everybody for coming by. Moderator Mark Roach, I love it, man. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for showing us your knowledge, right, my dude? So Destiny, good to see you here too. I hope you go and check out the AMC talk that we faced, right? It's very important. I would love for you to check it out. Sebastian Lim, we'll check out the Power Hour, bro. Keep me up to date. Moderator Samantha H, I love you. Thank you so much for being here with us and showing your support, okay, team? But really appreciate everybody for coming on by. Go ahead and make sure to hit that like button. And team, if you're still here, just let me let you know that pre-orders have officially begun for the new algos that we actually just released, right? So go ahead and get in touch with us with the email located in your screen, right? And we'll go ahead and get you situated. But the pre-orders have officially begun, right? So I'm going to be releasing that in the the videos to come up. All right, team. So, but yeah, with that said, please have yourself a good day, a good rest of your day, right? And I will definitely put up some videos later on tonight evaluating FNGR, VIRI, and all that good stuff. All right, team. But with that said, I wish you well, a very, very good rest of your day, and I will catch you at the Bell Mañana, team. Adios, adios, adios. Thank you, everyone. Peace.